$500 to enter, $200,000 first place. My second big dog of the year. The first with Justin Herzig, the second today with Dave from Establish the Run. Let's have ourselves a day. It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer. All right, GM, everyone. We're sitting here. Plenty of news coming down the pipe this morning. We need 5 more for this big dog draft on Underdog Fantasy. $500 to enter, $200,000 first place. I've got 1 in the books so far. Did 1 with Herzig. Dave, man, how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Excited to rip this big dog. Seems like all the ETR personalities rip in some high stakes with you, so always a good time.
Yes. Yeah, Levitan comes on and he's like, "Dude, no one's ever gonna win Best Ball Mania. I don't want to do it. Can we enter into a poodle, dude?" Which just, honestly, very smart. It's very smart from Adam. Whenever he comes on someone's stream, he knows he's never gonna realize the value of his time doing a Best Ball Mania. Like, that team's never going to turn into money. But if you go enter into a $75 contest with 4,000 entrants, there's a chance that Levitan would be getting himself a PayPal in a couple months. So pretty smart from him. So while we're waiting, we need 5 more for this. Let's talk about this Rashee Rice thing. If you are, not terminally online, maybe this is the first you were hearing of this, but the news on Rashee Rice, per Adam Schefter, is that he is not having his disciplinary hearing until September 30th, which an astute observer would note is after the NFL season has begun. That's after the first 4 games for the Kansas City Chiefs. That means that Rice is likely to be able to play the first 4 weeks of the season before any potential discipline. Honestly, what is coming up in my mind is that there is definitely a chance that he is not eligible for the money weeks right now. Like, the chance of him getting a suspension that was so long that he would miss week 15, 16, or 17, I think was basically off the table before. I think a delayed suspension, this is basically, if you were a Rashee Rice drafter, it's as bad as it gets. It really, you could not have gotten worse news than this, other than, a 10-game suspension or something.
Yeah, this got to be worst case scenario. Helps the elimination ranks just a little bit, but
yes,
he's going to be gone during a bunch of bye weeks. Week 8, week 9, where it's pretty crucial. So definitely ding him a bit. And how many games do you think he ends up getting suspending? I'm kind of just playing it somewhere between like 4 to 6, but wouldn't be surprised to see something as high as 8.
8 feels crazy. Like, guys have done some crazy stuff and been suspended, 6 games in an NFL season. Like, and I don't know, maybe the league feels a different way about it because it was so public, because the Chiefs are a marquee team. I mean, I do think the Chiefs being like the marquee team in the NFL, Travis Kelce on a podcast yesterday, as of right now, 9.5 million views on his podcast. Like, I do think that stuff weighs in, just a smidge. He has paid out money to the victims. I don't know if that means anything to the NFL or not. I think he's paid out over $1 million of cash to the people who were involved in the crash. It's really hard for me to say. Matt Derrick, who is a Chiefs beat writer, said when it was happening at the beginning, he said, I heard from the team they're expecting 2 to 4 games, but no one has reported this yet. No one has reported that there was any chance of a delayed suspension. This is like total surprising levels of stuff.
Yeah, this whole situation's just been a surprising shitstorm left and right. First, just the plea deal, now this. So, we're gun to your head. Where would you take him right now in a BBM?
Right now, I think you move him down like a tier and a half. I think you move him now to the Matthew Golden, Emeka Egbuka, Juwan Jennings range. Not because I think his range of outcomes is that much worse, but structurally he's a harder fit because you now know that the games that he's going to be missing are games where you're going to have other guys who are hurt because that's just the nature of football. You're also going to have other guys who are on their bye. Like he is likely, I would guess, mixing. I'm guessing he is going to miss weeks 5 through 9 right now. And then the Chiefs have their bye week in week 10. So you're basically talking like the meat of the season. You do not have Rashee Rice's scores eligible. It's not great.
If he was suspended 6 games, would that bye week count as a week towards this?
No.
Okay.
No, those are it's game checks. So week 10 does not count.
Yikes, man. That's not good. I do feel like the in-person meeting he's going to have kind of makes it 4-game minimum. Instead of more like some people are kind of shooting out 2 to 3 earlier in the offseason. I can't see that happening right now, but
no chance. Yeah, I mean, I think if you were a Rice drafter, best case scenario, if you were drafting Rashee Rice was, absolute best was 2 games, right? Like the NFL says, he paid restitution, yada, yada, whatever. I think that was really light. I've been thinking most of the time that it was going to be a 6-game suspension. So let's just see. Chiefs starting in week 5. So games he would be available for: Chargers, Eagles, Giants, Ravens, then suspended against the Jaguars, the Lions, the Raiders, the Commanders, and then eligible to return against the Bills on November 2nd if it's a 4-game suspension. I would be stunned, though, with this news that it gets back to 2. I mean, 2 just seems like an in-person meeting. Have you even heard of this? An in-person suspension meeting?
I feel like maybe Zeke had one back in the day, like in 2017, maybe.
That sounds right.
I don't think anything recently. Yeah, I think it's pretty much worst case scenario, unless you got 8 games.
It's absolute worst case scenario. Yeah, it is. Like I mean, I don't. Maybe it could be 8 games. Like maybe maybe that's what the in-person meeting is. Maybe you want to go down a conspiracy rabbit hole. So conspiracy rabbit hole is league office calls Rashee Rice's lawyers and his people and says, "All right, man, we're giving you 8 games." And Brett Veach and the Chiefs go, "Rashee, dude, we cannot have this. Like, we're watching, like, Tyquan Thornton is involved in the offense. We can't have 8 games. We got to do something else." Well, okay. So that's worst case. Best case is if they find a way.
Yeah.
Well, best case is they find a way to push it to next season, right? Best case is they find a way. They give him a suspension. He appeals it. His lawyers start to do their work or whatever. Like, I guess that would be ultimate best case scenario.
Yeah, that's some wish casting right there.
That's wish casting.
Yeah, I guess you can say it's in the range of outcomes, but does this affect your worthy ranking at all? Do you think would you push him up at all, knowing that he's going to be, probably the main target earner come of the season?
I mean, I already have Worthy ranked at 33 in my stuff. So it's like, okay, could I get Worthy ahead of Marvin Harrison Jr. or Garrett Wilson? I mean, maybe. Maybe you could get him there. It would be close. But to the chat's point, I don't actually really understand why the league is slow rolling it so much. It doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. Why it is taking so long.
Yeah, it's definitely getting dragged out a bit more than I feel like your typical case, but it also might just be because of the nature of, how extreme it was and how public it was.
Right. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Godwin? Most recent report. Let's see. I have Chris Godwin ranked 10 spots behind ADP. I probably am going to be lowering that a little bit more. There is a new report for Chris Godwin from, I'm going to forget the name of the Bucks beat writer, but basically that there is an expectation that he is going to start the season on the physically unable to perform list. What is your thoughts there?
Yeah, that's I think the beat writer was Scott Reynolds, maybe.
That
I
sounds
just
right.
saw that this
I'm gonna
morning.
swear to it. Yeah.
I've been having a hard time clicking him. I think right now, like ETR is projecting around 3 games missed for him. And then if he goes on PUP, 4 games, maybe 5, and plus the ramp up period. So he's been on top of my queue a lot these last few weeks, like falling down to the hundreds. I haven't been clicking a ton, more so just in the case that I'm just a Igbuka bull. But yeah, like besides this contract that they gave him this offseason, everything the Bucks have done has been like really worrisome / bearish around Godwin. So I just been kind of queasy on that. I kind of just have like a fade right now. Is there like a particular spot where he'll fall where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna, get pretty overexposed at this price? Or because even like to like 110 for me, I'm still feeling really queasy about it. And like, yeah, I know he was crushing last season, but like there's no guarantee he comes back and is even like a shell of himself. So I don't know. I've been kind of scared of it. You?
I mean, your risk reward on Godwin is obviously much better because he was performing better when he was on the field last year compared to like Brandon Ayuk. Like your risk reward on Brandon Ayuk is much worse because he was like actively bad when he was on the field last year. He had the one good game. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like with this official confirmation, you probably move him. The funny thing is the guys behind him are banged up too. Mooney is banged up. Ayuk is banged up. Burden is like just not even going to play to start the year. What Ben Johnson said, he's not even close to being ready. Like that's a crazy quote to say about a guy you took very early on in the second round. I mean, frankly, Keenan Allen or Chris Godwin right now, I think that is a legitimate thing you can ask. I don't know if I have like a solid answer for that.
I'm definitely Godwin on that, but he just goes in such an ugly part of the draft where I'm also just, I'm targeting a quarterback there. Like I feel like 50% of the time, maybe more.
Right.
It's just a tough click, man. Yeah. Around Pittman, Cup, it kind of feels like a wide receiver dead zone around there. But,
that, you know what? And that is, I think, anchoring Godwin and Ayuk to fall too far because sometimes you just get on like, imagine you have Josh Allen and you're like, okay, well, I don't need Brock Purdy right now. Like there's just, I don't need Justin Fields. I just need a wide receiver. I already have 4 wide receivers. So it doesn't matter to me if, it doesn't matter to me if he's not available to week 5. Like it's immaterial to me. So I guess that could be it. Now, how high do you think Igbuka gets? Because I mean, obviously the underdog market, they love a first round rookie wide receiver. Igbuka's up to 68. I have him ranked at 63. I could see Igbuka getting to Devonta Smith. I could see him getting to the 4 or 5 turn, honestly.
4 or 5, man. That I missed the days of the 100. That was nice, but yeah, I'm sure the market's going to act really rationally to this news. I would probably slot him in. I mean, I've kind of been playing it that he's going to be missing a ton of time regardless. I guess you got to throw him over maybe Juwan Jennings right now. Oh, he's already past him. My God.
Oh yeah, dude. He has put Juwan Jennings in his rearview mirror. Juwan Jennings, boring veteran. There's no point. Now, what about where McMillan fits in this for you? Because I was kind of light on him. Wow, that's funny. I literally have him ranked at exactly his average draft position right now at 164th overall. I mean, frankly, I just don't love to take Jalen McMillan because I think he's like a pretty low ceiling option. And I think that, I don't know, what is your best case for Jalen McMillan is Godwin just never gets healthy because he's not gonna be there for the money weeks.
Yeah, I would say Mike Evans, takes like when's the last time he's completed a full season? It's been a while. Mike Evans is on the decline. Godwin never comes back and McMillan's just like an absolute smash price at 164. I agree. Clicking him is like it's just not fun to do. And I know the ETR ranks are quite a bit ahead of him. I think we have him ranked like 140 something. So I kind of just been like closing my eyes and clicking him, just letting the projections do its thing. But it's not fun. It's not a sexy click. You're missing out on some fun, some from running back rookies there. You got to imagine he slots up like a past. Like, would you rather have Cedric Tillman or McMillan? Knowing
I'd rather have Tillman. Tillman had a run last
I'm into
year.
Tillman. I don't know why he's not getting more buzz.
Tillman had a run where he was averaging 18.3 fantasy points per game last year. I mean, and that was with Judy and Njoku were healthy during that time frame. It wasn't like a total last man standing type situation. Now, a lot of my thoughts about the Browns are predicated on Flacco starting more games than the market thinks. Like, I take a lot of David Njoku. Actually, don't take a lot of Judy. But that could go sideways pretty quick because the market also thinks, the Browns are saying with their actions that they want to start Kenny Pickett. Wow, there we go. We filled it.
All right, let's go.
And we got the wrap pick.
Okay.
We're picking at the 1.12, which is actually nice because we are not going to be faced to think about the Rashee Rice injury until or the suspension until pick 60, 61. So probably yeah, I think he would be there. I'm trying to see if I recognize any of the names here. Renegades is not in this one. Renegades is the one who does some of the wild stuff.
Absolute punts every draft. I love it. Yes, we got Shady, then Zach. We got Harbs on Twitter.
Yep. We got Jump Free, we got Champ, we got OMG, we got Hotsy Sauce. So a bunch of friends and family. This is 12 straight red Badgers. So this is
I love it.
Yeah.
What are you using RTAs? Which ones are you using? What's kind of like your draft process like?
I use the Sidekick because Corinne gives me access to it for free 99, and it's just I just am used to it. I'm comfortable with it. Takes me 2 seconds to pop my rankings into it.
So you're not using the Sidekick rankings. You're uploading your own.
No. God, at the end of the year, if I advance 7.8% of my teams, I'm not blaming Pat Corain. I am blaming I'm blaming myself. If you guys don't know about the big dog, it has 2,160 entrants. It's $500 to play, $200,000 first, 2-12 advance. But the sick thing about this contest is that it's one of six pods to a 10-person final. So it slightly mitigates some of the insane variance of pod luck and all that stuff. Last year I had 2 semifinals teams, no finals teams, finished second actually in both of my pods in the second week. So ate the dust there. What are you thinking about doing here at 12?
Yeah, let's see who falls. I'm kind of. What is your take on this Puka stuff? Because to me, Stafford. One, obviously, the Stafford injury is bad, but I kind of feel like it's just going to be okay once the season starts. Maybe that's like too much of an optimistic view on it, but I would think Puka with Jimmy G is not that bad. Like, what's the difference between Puka and Jimmy G and Russell Wilson and like Malik Neighbors? Like, I feel like Neighbors is in a similar spot and we're not really worried about his quarterback play.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point. Like, what's the difference between Jackson Dart? I will say honestly, in a $500 draft, I really am hoping to get Amon-Ra St. Brown because he just that's easy money, dude. You're never okay. You're just never losing on that pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have a small fade on Amon-Ra, so I would have been happy to get him in a $500 draft.
Yeah. All right, there you go, man.
It's just like ugly spot. What are we doing here?
I mean, I think structurally it makes much more sense to do Puka and Ginty than to double tap wide receivers. because there's going to be no running back we like at the next turn.
At the 3-4 turn. I agree. So let's load in Puka, and then I'm good with between Genty, Henry.
I was gonna say I am down. I am down to take the big dog.
I am too. I don't have a ton of Henry, and we're on stream doing the big dog. I feel like it's kind of right to click him.
You know what? And that's a great hedge right there, because I only have like 2% of Henry across like 1,000 drafts. That right there, taking Henry right there, basically makes up for doing 19 consecutive puppy drafts. Absolutely no Derrick Henry. And sometimes you just got to draft like you're right. Now, we did give CRC a sick combo there with St. Brown and Brian Thomas Jr. But, basically, I mean, the funny thing is with Derrick Henry is no one disagrees about his ability to have like crazy ceiling. But, I mean, he's 31 years old. I don't know. But if he's healthy, he's going to be awesome. He's going to score, 14.5 points per game or whatever.
Yeah, I saw the Ravens said that he ran his fastest 40 ever this offseason, which is scary to hear as a 8-year Derrick Henry fader. But I like him in this. We know what we're getting with Henry. It's the big dog. Let's draft the big dog.
Well, and also this is sort of like Thunderdome style stuff, like actually like an 80th percentile team in the big dog can win. An 80th percentile team in Best Ball Mania is not even making the semifinal, but an 80th percentile team in a contest with 2,100 entrants can just win.
Yeah, it's just if you get a nice pod, you're set. Quite easy to advance. So I like getting Henry here. Just pencil in 15 touchdowns. 15 touchdowns. And like we said, when we get to 36, 37, there is going to be no running back left. Kyron will be gone. Hampton will be gone. Maybe Breece will be gone. But I've moved Breece down my rankings. I'm scared.
Well, think about the 2v2 of Henry and Worthy versus Breece and Brian Thomas Jr. I like Henry Worthy. Henry at like just like whatever. I like that much better.
Agree wholeheartedly. I think Breece is probably my most owned player, and I'm scared. I'm scared of Braylon Allen. I'm scared of this usage. I'm just hoping he gets straight to the Cowboys, and I get a fix for my fandom, and I get a fix for my portfolio. So, God willing. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I guess our team is very slightly hidden over here in the right corner by my cool graphic. But yes, we have Puka, we have Henry. This is not even really a move you can do anymore because everyone is on the same wavelength that the 3rd round wide receivers stink. No one wants to take them. I've been trying to get more of the elite quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels. I've been trying to work them more in, but you can't do it anymore at the 3-4 turn because people are all in on them.
Yeah, let me see the board real quick. Let me get ready. What is your opinion here on? Oh God, can go the Stafford double. Just pretend.
I think we don't. I think we don't do the double. Right. Okay. I think we avoid the double. I put McMillan in the queue. I would probably go Worthy here, but I'm open.
I love Worthy. I think I have over 20% of him through like 1,000 drafts. I have so much Worthy, and I'm happy to take more. Going T-Mac Worthy?
Yeah, T-Mac Worthy. Yeah. We made our bet. We said Derrick Henry stays healthy. He plays 17 games. He scores 20 touchdowns. We are a little worried about the quarterback situation for Puka. I think there are a lot of contests where you're totally fine doing Adams and Puka together, and Adams and Puka together would be fine here. I just think you mix and match that. And double stacking, I'm trying to reason through this. Double stacking is honestly, it's probably slightly better in a format with fewer entries because 80th percentile, like, BBM is like kind of just like you're trying to draft the perfect team. It's like trying to win the Millie Maker in DFS or whatever. But I don't know. With the Stafford back stuff, I think it's thin enough to just not do that every time.
Yeah, I like the start. More worthy, the better. I am such a worthy bull, man, and I'm sure you are as well. What is your
Oh yeah.
overall like read on this Chiefs wide receiver running back room? Because you were a Cowboys fan, now you're a Chiefs fan, right? Like, explain
I
that
was
to me. You just gave up
I
on the
Well,
franchise,
I was a Cowboys fan growing up. My dad was a Cowboys fan,
right?
because he grew up in Oklahoma, so that was
Mm.
the only team that was on TV, and I grew into that. And basically, like the Cowboys were the worst. Like literally, I think about what was my great Cowboys memory growing up. There was like a good there was like a good regular season game where Romo punctured his lung, went into the locker room at halftime, and the doctors like did something to him, gave him a pain injection. They came out and won. And then I moved to Kansas City the year Mahomes got drafted, and
Okay.
I was at Mahomes' first home start. I was there for the first Super Bowl, like all that stuff, and I was just like, yeah, dude, I just come on, man. I'm not rooting for the Cowboys anymore. I live, like I would see, like I remember, like I would like see Alex Smith around town and stuff. Like it was. I just got swept up in it. But my overall thought is Pacheco is probably undervalued
Mhm.
because the market came in with some assumption that Kareem Hunt or someone would be taken away from. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. And if Worthy is playing in the role that he had after like week 11 last year, where his ADOT went from like 13.9 to like 6.7, maybe wasn't good for the offense, but was very good for his fantasy numbers.
Mhm. Yeah, I've been grabbing a lot of Pacheco. I'm kind of queasy on Rashard Smith. I'm kind of questioning if he'll ever have a role in this offense. I just kind of feel
Mm-hmm.
like Pacheco and then Kareem Hunt, as ugly as it sounds, like I've been taking some Hunt in the eliminator.
Same.
Um, but yeah, we were drafting Pacheco at what, like the 3-4 turn last year, and nothing's
Yes.
changed. I mean, it's another year of Kareem Hunt and a 7th-round rookie. Like, you can argue the situation's better. The O line gets to upgrade. We're expecting like a little jump from an offensive perspective for the Chiefs. I just feel like, and he's another year off the injury. Like we saw Tony Pollard, Mark Andrews last year, who had the same,
Got way better.
got way better as time went on. So it's just like I feel like it's one of those blind spots that the market has, and you just close your eyes and be like, you're praying for like a David Montgomery type season for the Chiefs, and you're getting that like what, in the 70s. That seems like a pretty nice click.
I mean, he should be, honestly, he probably should go where James Cook goes. Like if you're just looking at like,
Okay, that
where let's pull this up. I will pull up establish the run projections if I can. I guess Leone doesn't let us see the stat level projections, but I bet
yeah.
I did have access to Leone's stat level projections. I bet those dudes are awful close to one another. As predicted. Oh no, someone did it. Who did it?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not Harbs took Rice at 5-4. Okay.
all right, there we go. So we don't have to decide. We do not have to decide on Rashee Rice, which is quite nice. We are up in 2 picks. Huge. Okay, I was gonna say huge faller
Yeah, on
there.
DK. Um,
Take your
let's
pick,
see.
man. We are wide open. I really like Pearsall. I really like
I
Jones.
Yeah, I'm in the same. I love Slick Rick Pearsall. Him and Worthy are some of my highest owned players. So I'm more than happy to grab more of them.
Now,
Um,
what we have to decide is, do we want to go full virgin wide receiver, or do we want to succumb to positional stuff and take a running back here?
I kind of. What is your stance on? Are we on the clock right now? Yeah, we are. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like Connor.
I like Connor as well. The Cardinals are implied for like top 12 points per Vegas. I'm not really buying this whole Trey Benson stuff. I mean, they're saying they're going to split. Or do you want to get a Ibuka right now off the Godwin news? I'll let you decide.
It's Igbuka or Godwin.
I'm letting you decide. You take the wheel here.
You know what?
All right.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
So
we can just say he's going to rise up 10 spots. We're getting some CLV. I like it.
we're gonna live a little, and big factor for me in going Igbuka there. This is actually like the perfect size contest to be pulling guys up like that, because there are not 900,000 teams that have Igbuka in the hundreds. Like there are some teams in this contest that have Igbokwe in the hundreds, but there are 2,140 divided by, what would you divide? There are 178 draft boards in this contest, I think, if I just did that math correctly. So there are not, which I don't think I did. I think there's a different, that's roughly, that should be roughly right.
We'll take it.
Yeah. So there are between 150 and 200 total draft boards in this contest, which means there are just not that many available teams that have Igbokwe in the 90s, in the hundreds, or whatever. So the CLV stuff does not matter as much.
Have you been seeing this Lions Dolphins training camp stuff? Like, would you be surprised if Igbokwe just dropped 102 week 17 against the Dolphins piss poor secondary?
No,
I wouldn't.
I would not.
So I like that. I would have been fine with Connor as well. Like I was trying to say, that I don't buy this Trey Benson stuff. I think like chips on the table, they'd be like, all right, Connor, you're out there for 90% of snaps. Let's roll. Maybe not 90, but it's just another easy click. You're just fading the injury, basically.
Yeah, man. Every player, every backfield's going to be a split. Every wide receiver 5 is going to contribute in August, and then the season starts and the bullets start flying, and these dudes can't play. I mean, Trey Benson had a lot of opportunities to play last year and couldn't outperform Amari DiMercato. So, I mean, could Trey Benson be a huge fantasy winner this year? Yeah, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at the expense of James Conner, unless James Conner hits an age cliff, which certainly could happen.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow gets snapped off here at pick 67 by the Marvin Harrison Jr. drafter, which leaves the T. Higgins drafter without him and leaves the Jamar Chase drafter without him. I also think, by the way, I my guess is that running backs are going to fall a smidge in this room. So maybe there is a chance that we get some falling value here at 84, 85, just because if you get a bunch of virgins together in a room, sometimes the running backs fall.
Yeah, I was going to say if we can get like anyone. Yeah, there he goes, Pollard and Pacheco. Yeah, the Pepper Prince, he does some weird stuff in the 5.55s in DK. I think I did a draft with him yesterday, and he did a 4.46.
Oof.
Let me try to find it real quick. I think he had 5 tight ends, and the first one he clicked was like Kelsey. It was an odd setup. He's always kind of just like has his contrarian takes.
Is that Dan?
Yeah.
Back? Okay. Yeah. Dan is out there. Dan is out there doing stuff. Dan came on a podcast with me after his first experiment into drafting off of Sims, and basically he said like, you know, I don't have it all figured out, but like, you know, he's just out there trying stuff, and shout out to him. I mean, I do think one thing I have learned from doing some of the sim stuff with Nerdy Tenor for the Battle Royales is like, there are things that people are not doing that are not intuitive at all to the people who play the games, to the regs. Doesn't mean that what Dan is doing is right. Like I have no clue. Don't ask me, man. I
don't know.
I'm not there for that. But I do know that. Yeah, we are at the ass end of this. And maybe the team would have looked better with Connor. I thought there was a chance Caleb Johnson would get back to us, but we are going to be up in 3 picks by ADP. It's not great.
We're gonna have the choice of Laporta because Dan Campbell just came out and said he's going to miss some time, whatever that means. Let me see if I can find some more information on that. But
I couldn't find anything. There you go. He went anyways, but that was all I could find. I didn't get a specific list. I think we do take Jordan Mason.
I agree. We need a running back here.
Now the question is,
Mason?
Do we just take Mahomes?
Yeah, I want as much Mahomes this year as possible, and I'm sure you're the same exact way. So Mason Patty here is nice. I like that.
I'm a little more worried about, maybe not worried. I don't know. I got so punched in the face last year, and
it's a new year.
It's a new year. The combination of uncertainty with Rashee Rice. Hollywood Brown has this ankle injury. It's like, okay, like, is Royals going to play? Are we going to have freaking Jason Brownlee out there playing snaps in the regular season? Like, I want it to be great. I want Josh Simmons to be the best left tackle in the NFL from the first snap. And I do think an underrated part of the Chiefs' offensive struggles last year was just how poor the offensive line was. Another thing is, and this is no one wants to hear this. This is just like annoying Chiefs fan talk, but they do not care about getting Mahomes stats anymore the way that the Bills do for Josh Allen or the way the Chargers do for Herbert. Like, they like to get their quarterback stats. The Chiefs don't care about that shit at all, which is a little bit to our detriment.
That's the first time I've heard that take. I mean, bro, it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
It's Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it is that simple. It is that simple.
It's like the bell curve meme. It's just literally
the
best quarterback in the NFL. With his number one pass catcher, who's gonna probably see a lot of value with Rashee being out for however many games. How much Kelce are you clicking this year? Because I've been fading him a lot before the season. Like the last few years, I would never click him.
Mm-hmm.
But now it kind of seems like a sick click around like the 90s.
No, I was gonna say, it's like if he just runs back like kind of like what he's been, dude, in the 90s, like, okay, you get 82 receptions, 814 yards, and his whole season will be, does he score 3 touchdowns or does he score 10 touchdowns? Like, and of course he could score a bunch of touchdowns. And that's not the sort of thing that I could predict with any like high degree of certainty. But yeah, and Rice missing time is certainly good for Kelce because he is the most. I mean, he plays the closest to the line of scrimmage of anyone else on the team. He also looks like he's in pretty good shape, by the way. He
looks a little thin. Yeah.
He looks a little thin.
Do you see the quote where he was saying like basically like the last 2 seasons he wasn't like fully focused on football? Let me try to find exactly what he said.
Dude had a freaking podcast come out last night with 9 million views, dude.
I was gonna say it might be impossible to find the exact quote right now given all the media on him right now.
Yeah.
Man.
But I mean I think Kelce is like, come on, man. You're fading a first ballot Hall of Famer who's going after TJ Hawkinson. Like, come on, man. It is
bell curve. Bell curve. It's draft the best players on the best teams.
Yeah.
He might be old, but what are your thoughts right here? Oh God, it's about to get ugly.
It's about to get gross. I'm cool to reach on kind of whatever. Honestly, once we get to this point, like I think ADP values get very fake around here. I like Sharps. I would take one of like the Jacksonville guys here. Like again, like it really doesn't, because we're also on the bad side of the board.
Come on with us.
We could take a tight end here. We could take Colson. We could take Loveland. We could take Warren. We could take Ingram.
Man, Warren has risen a ton.
Warren's risen a ton.
Okay, let's. I want Sharps for sure.
Sharps for sure is at the top of the queue.
After that, let's see. We can be a Drake May slappy, take it naked.
We could be a Drake May slappy. I was trying to see if there was like there's not a big like ADP value.
I'm not. I could be cool.
Yeah, it's not great.
Let's do Sharps for sure, and then I would say we are between May and Warren probably.
All right, if we backstack May, who's your favorite May backstack?
All of them, any of them. I want as much.
Now, are you comfortable doing a 3 tight end build? Because if you don't like doing that, we should take Warren.
I'm cool with 3. I'll let you choose this. I'm cool with May or Warren.
Actually, let's do Warren, because this is a rare team where our 2 most expensive wide receivers are both very easy backstackable, where we have Stafford and we have Bryce Young. And if those guys are not good, or at least available, it's probably not great. And neither of them coincide with our primary quarterback's bye week. either. So I
Where
think structurally this is better.
are you an A-Rich guy?
I go through honestly, I go through phases. I go through it's like for like 3 days I'll be like, dude, imagine being so dumb that you faded the quarterback 5 last year at a
That's the
quarterback
thesis.
27 price. And then I'll wake up one day and go,
You
dude, this
can't play
guy
football.
literally cannot play the quarterback position. You did this with Justin Fields last year. Coaches cannot wait to bench these guys. They absolutely love to bench these guys. What are you doing? What are you hoping for here?
There's part of me though that thinks the Colt front office like really, really, really wants A-Rich to work out. Whereas I feel like the Steelers last year with Fields were kind of just like,
No, they
we're
did
not really
not want
committed to you.
Fields to
Yeah,
work
like we're
out. Yeah.
not. Where are you cutting off your 2 tight end builds? Like if we grab a Jake Ferguson, Dallas Goedert, Kincaid, there, are you comfortable stopping 2
Definitely.
there? Okay,
I would
yeah,
be fine with Warren and Chig. Like if we had like tight end, just at the end of the day, it is the least important of the 4 positions, particularly in this contest.
yeah. I like this running back room. I just want Seattle backfield. There's so much coach speak that I'm sure you have spoken a ton about Kenneth Walker. And if you don't like Kenneth Walker, if you're scared of his injury, you better load the fuck up on Sharps because one of these guys is going to smash, or maybe both. They might
I mean,
just
I
have
just
such a
get a
good.
I just get a new Levitan tweet in my feed every single day about Kenneth Walker's foot. I've never known more about another man's foot than I know about Kenneth Walker. Most recent update does make it sound like it's just maintenance. I mean, I think Sharps has a smidgen, very small smidgen of standalone value in fantasy football in games that Walker is healthy. But he obviously, I would say, like if you were doing like pure handcuff rankings in terms of the role you expect them to inherit, Sharps might be number 1 in terms of starter gets injured and he comes in. Like people say that about Algier, but Algier will not catch passes. Has never caught passes, didn't catch passes in college, won't catch passes for the Falcons. Like maybe Jordan Mason, if Aaron Jones were to miss time, but like I don't know, Jordan Mason's actually drafted before Aaron Jones a lot of the time now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So I'm with you there.
I like both. I don't think Mason should ever go over Jones. But people like to get cute this time of year and just they get bored of the same old clicks. But
Yes. Yeah.
they can just easily be Demont Gibbs 2.0. I feel like that's just an easy backfield to comp, but elite defense, elite offensive line, low key a mobile quarterback, at least from a scrambling standpoint. I like them both.
Yeah.
I like them both a ton. So
no, I think in fact I'm probably like a little bit light on both of them because they to some degree they do cannibalize each other a little bit. Like Sharps playing on the passing downs. Like there was a stretch last year where Walker was playing the most he'd ever played on passing downs, and everything was awesome, and we were feeling fantastic about that. And then Sharps played really well when Walker had gotten injured. So structurally, we are at a 1-3-5-1. Obviously, one more quarterback, one more tight end. Let me sort by rankings here. So we actually have a ton of 0 RB darlings coming up, which is nice. Now, in terms of our wide receivers actually feel pretty good. A lot of times I get in these higher stakes drafts and I'm like, dude, all the good like everyone knows, no one respects my raises. Like all the good wide receivers go, but I actually feel pretty good about this wide receiver room, which is nice.
Can you scroll up? I want to see Shady's team real quick.
Yes. Shady Advice has Jefferson, AJ Brown, Reek, McLaurin, Kamara, Olave, Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson, ETN, Ramondre, and JJ McCarthy.
All right, just a massive bet on the Vikings.
Bet I like.
Oh, okay. I kind of like some of these names here. Okay, I think we have to take Scatabo here now. And Tuden. Or
I mean, honestly, I probably like Tuden more, but I would take Scatabo. That would be a good because I don't think
what pick are we at? We're like at 100, 120?
We are at 132.
Yeah, man. I mean, we got to gobble up that CLV, don't you think?
All right, let's do we'll do the CLV on him. Now, after we take Scatabo, do we want to take another running back and maybe be done at 5 in terms of, or actually, honestly, this might be the spot to take Bryce Young if we want him, because he will not come back to us.
I feel like Tudor's such a nice click for this team. Fuck.
No, I think you're right. I think we have Patrick Mahomes. We made our bet. Like we can play it fast and loose at quarterback.
Let's play Tudor. We can, worst case, we can take Stafford at the next turn. Maybe Bryce falls. That'd be fun. Yeah, that's quite the fall. But we have Stafford. We have A-Rich.
We could take Daniel Jones and Adonai Mitchell. You could take Sam Darnold and Torrey Horton. You could take
we're in a good spot quarterback wise. I think we're okay. And the teams before us, the two teams previous to us I think they're probably I don't think they would take Bryce Young.
They're probably done.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Daniels, Fields, Knicks, Williams.
Purdy, Murray, I think you're done at quarterback. I mean, I don't know. God forbid. Not in this environment. Everyone loves 3 quarterbacks now, man. Shady Advice and the Sims, they ruined the quarterback meta. So this is our team. We have Mahomes, we have Derrick Henry, we have Jordan Mason, Zach Charbonnet, Cam Scatterboot, Byshell Tootin, Puka Nacua, Tet McMillan, Xavier Worthy, Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, and Tyler Bourne. I guess we also could have
a fun team. I like the running backs they're nice. Getting to them there, I love that. And then Scatterbook, 20 picks past ADP. The Giants have, I think, the highest improvement in their playoff schedule in terms of points per game standpoint. I think they average like 2.5 more points per game from weeks 15 to 17 than they do during the regular season. So like fairly soft playoff schedule. I feel like Scatterbo's like the type of guy you want to take, high value touch guy, and then we get him 20 picks past ADP. I know he's injured, but that feels nice. And then we pair with Tudor. We're definitely done at running back unless there's some egregious faller of some sort. But I feel like
okay. So here's the thing about being done at running back is that when you get really into the later rounds, in half PPR, the Taj Brookses, even like the Jordan Jameses and the Sean Tuckers and stuff, those dudes are just so much better bets than like, I don't know, De'Ami Brown or whatever. Like, or even, if you really want to get gross, like Trey Tucker, like in half PPR, late round running backs are just such a cheat code, like because they're one ankle twist away from 14.5 points a game in a way that the wide receivers are not. Bryce is still.
I was gonna say there's a good, unless someone wants to fuck us over and snipe us right here. I think there's a pretty good shot. The Baker Lawrence team is what I'm worried about, but who's the drafter there? Do we know him?
Baker Lawrence drafter.
What's his username?
CRC 5988. He has a pretty good team thus far. He takes Jalen McMillan.
Come on,
so we're sweating out one pick here. Bang!
All right, let's go. That is best case scenario. I love that. Okay, 100% taking Bryce. Let's see. I can go Strange here.
I was going to say Strange.
Real quick.
Yes, Trey Harris. If you want to do some Dipperino slipping, I think we do Brenton Strange, because then if we want, we really can't just be done at 2 tight ends. I feel totally comfortable there.
Yeah, I imagine Stafford's still on the board. Yeah,
Stafford is still on the board.
Yeah, and we
running
have
back
later if we want to take. Yeah, there's no running back I want to take right now.
No.
Let's take Strange. I like this. This is nice. This is that Bryce fall was fantastic. Because I think about the 2v2, it's Tudor / Scatterbo and Young versus who else we would have taken right there? Strange and this second pick right here would have been bad. This would have been like it's a panic pick. Yeah,
it would have been Dante Thornton or something. Yeah, man. These late round wide receivers in a market where like so many of these guys have been ruined by various things. Like QJ's ruined with QJ and Trey Harris are ruined with Keenan Allen signing. Tillman is ruined by his quarterback. Leggett kind of ruined by Coker. Romeo Doubs is injured. Hollywood Brown is injured. Josh Palmer is like way more expensive than he was 2 weeks ago. Like so many of these late round wide receiver picks are just like absolutely dusted off right now. It's horrible.
This is a fun team.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it's very rare to enter a big dog with a bunch of, people that know what they're doing and leaving feeling like, yeah, this is, but like we get ridiculous ADP values on Scatterbo and Young. And I know it's later in the draft, so it doesn't, really matter as much, but I feel like those two picks kind of break or make our team.
Well, you know what? I that's kind of always my mindset is like ADP after like the 12th round or whatever. It doesn't matter, but it does when they're very specific positional needs, because if we don't get Bryce Young, then we have to take Matt Stafford, who like just frankly has no ceiling in fantasy football. And if we don't get Bretton Strange, we're taking Chigakonkwo, Juwan Johnson, Theo Johnson, just like, again, guys with absolutely no ceiling at all. So to me, there actually is a pretty meaningful difference there.
Let's see now. I kind of have an idea of how we can end this draft, like the last 2-3 picks. Just trying to figure out what we're going to do. I feel like obviously I'll hold. I don't want to say anything and then get sniped.
We have some like what is nice is we have luxury picks basically. Although by ADP, look at this is so funny. Literally no wide receiver displayed on the screen,
which is great for us. This is perfect.
There are some key late round wide receivers that I like for this team.
I do too. It's gonna be nice. Torrey Horton, 170th overall. Okay.
I'm kind of I was kind of out on this Torrey Horton rise. Like I was like, oh, he's a fun 18th round pick. But Karain pointed out to me the other day that like it's coming. The Torrey Horton buzz is also coming with MVS getting these like awful camp reviews. Like MVS is having this terrible camp. He's like demoted to the second team. And I'm like, okay, well, that's what you need. You need MVS to also be benched for it to work out.
And he looks great. And like Matt Harmon had him as like one of his sleepers in the draft. Thought he should have gone a lot higher. He was like one of my guys coming into the season. So I'm just shocked to see that he's getting this steamed. I thought I was going to be able to keep getting him in the 18th round for a while, but we see Stafford goes there to Shady. Sim Overlord.
Yeah.
Are you clicking Judkins at all?
I really, man, it's like, what do you win when you win?
Yeah,
you win a 2-down grinder on the Cleveland Browns, who has not practiced with the team 24 days before. I'd rather take Brashard Smith, who might not make the roster, honestly.
Okay, there goes A-Rich. I thought that would have been a fun click for this team. Let's see. This is.
I think this pick is Jalen Coker. What do you think?
Yeah, let's rock Coker.
Can I sell you on Woody Marks?
Yes. Thank you. Okay. I was gonna suggest him. I got this really bad vibes around Joe Mixon, man.
Yes.
I'm trying to load up as much Marks as I can right now.
Well, you know what's so funny is Woody Marks. I don't know. Do you watch a lot of college football?
I do. He's electric, man. He's fast as fuck.
He's not electric. You don't have to lie to people, dude. He's bad. He's not.
Bad. Come on now. No.
Okay. What he is he ain't Joe Mixon. He definitely ain't Joe Mixon. He is not a good between the tackles runner. But my point being is I'm wrong about who's good or who's bad all the time in fantasy football. So I'm trying to be less dogmatic about things like this and be like, well, I am wrong about who's good all the time. This is a rookie running back. They traded a future.
Yeah, they traded up for.
Yeah.
I thought he looked shot out of a cannon. I know like the film bros don't love him, but anytime I can make a bet on this type of archetype of running back in the Sean McVay-ish, I know Daly has like some ties to the Patriots and some to McVay, whatever. It's just like the bet I want to make. I know they probably want to use Chubb the first few weeks and, load him up on touches, but I'm basically playing as if Joe Mixon is severely, like, not playing a crucial role into the season. So I really want to get into Marks. Yeah, that's I like that there. I was gonna ask you, do you what is the structure of this team? Because I feel like there's no quarterbacks left on the board, right? Unless you want to do like
We
oh
definitely could take a third tight end just because that's the position where we are the weakest. We
mhm.
could take another wide receiver, and he probably is not going to come back. Okay, yeah, he just went. I've been doing um a little bit of this thing. This is pretty out there, but taking Keaton Mitchell with Derrick Henry under the assumption that there's really no cheaper one-to-one handcuff than this. Like you can't get like of the first round guys, you can't get Shipley last round with like you can't do any of that stuff. And let's say Big Dog absolutely is blowing the dust off the NFL for 10 weeks, but then he, stubs his big toe or whatever. I mean, I think Keaton Mitchell he led the NFL in rushing yards over expectation. He had
Yeah,
100. Yeah.
it's a easy click. It's for a dominant team of dominant offense. What I thought you were going to say is that you've been doing a lot of Keaton Mitchell, Justice Hill at the same time.
No, no. Justice
You don't
Hill
ever
is
do
only
okay.
Justice Hill is only for my true puke 0 RB teams where I'm like, dude, I might just need 7.2 points on
Okay.
underdog. So you know what? Where I take Justice Hill? I take Justice Hill in the eliminator.
Yeah. Oh, the most eliminator ass pick you can find.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have an idea I can shoot out if the board falls our way. Um, okay, never mind. I was gonna say let's have some fun. Do Slate and Dart at
Slayton.
the very
Slayton
end.
Dart. Slayton Dart,
Um,
I would do. I mean, I think okay, Jatavian Sanders I would have been into, but he just went. I mean, I think honestly, like I think we could just take like a total luxury, like one of these running back twos, like Giddens or Corum. We could take Jalen Royals. We could take Isaac Tesla. We could take like that's,
let's
that's probably about as deep as I want to scroll. In
I'm
terms of
in,
quarterbacks, yeah, it's really just Dart left.
yeah, with no need. I feel like one thing has to be a tight end, right? Um, just given how weak it is. And we're fine with two quarterback here. We're making a pretty big bet on Bryce with Coker and T
Yeah.
Mac. Um, let's
Theo Johnson is really the only tight end of unless you're a Harold Fannin guy.
I can go for some Harold fan. I maybe not for this team, given that we already have like this
Do you
mystery
like
box rookie upside.
do you like Tesla?
I can click Tesla. I've been clicking him more recently. Could just be a big fat zero, but the camp hype is there. He didn't play a lot. Like this dude's a phenomenal blocker.
I think he's definitely gonna play. I think he's definitely gonna play.
So
Now
did we go Theo just then? Okay, we went
oh yeah,
Theo and then
we did just take Theo. Oh, because I have my positional limits on, so I have to click this.
okay, so yeah, let's do Tesla. This is little
Oh,
rookie upside at the
you guys almost just got a freaking Pat Fryermuth auto draft in a $500 fantasy football league.
end.
Oh my God. You have no idea how close we were to just like absolutely. You know what? I just said it this morning because I was multi-tabling some drafts this morning on the treadmill. So I set my positional limit so that I could click off on my final pick. Oh my God, dude. That could have been bad, Dave.
I would have been fine with it just because, again, this is one of the spots where like I'm not going to try to act like I know more than Leone, the rest of our projections team. He's a fairly good player. Like I think we can both say that Pat Fryermuth is like a good
Yeah,
tight end.
he's a good
And,
NFL tight end.
and he's just always at the top of my queue. I kind of just like I'm gonna let the math, I'm gonna let the rankings just do its thing. But given the room, I think the stab at Theo Johnson would have been fun. Would you have ever considered going Theo Dart there and
I
go
mean, yeah,
3-5?
like I mean that to me is like like if you are thinking about best ball in percentages, you're thinking about it how people think about poker. It's like, yeah, some percentage of the time you should take a third quarterback there, some percentage of the time you shouldn't. I think Tesla is just like way more fun. And on this team, it's like, I don't know, we can kind of eat a zero at wide receiver because Emeka Egbuka is our wide receiver 5. So we might as well get and also pure perfect fit for the scoring system, right? Like if Tesla hits for us in a week, he's going to hit the way MVS hits. It's going to be 2 catches for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns.
This is nice. I actually really enjoy this team. This
Yeah,
is
we got. I think it worked out well. We got Mahomes and Bryce, so we have like legitimate ceiling at quarterback. Henry, Mason, Charbonnet, Scadaboo, Tootin, and Marks.
man, that
It's
running
a
back room
it's
is so. I
it's a
love
little
having this
thin.
type of.
It's a
Is it
little
though?
thin.
Like, I feel like
I
with
mean,
Henry though, it's just like I love getting this type of room built around Henry, where you have a
yes,
bunch of
around
high.
Henry, this is how you do it. Yeah.
You kind of have
Yeah.
like your TD pushers. You have your Mason, your Henry. Let's say they both scored 10 touchdowns, and then the rest are just upside plays. Um, I like that. This is, and then at wide receiver, I feel like we're stacked. Like, I
We are.
like
I
a
mean, yeah, we're stacked at wide receiver.
oh my god,
Puka,
Slick
Tet,
Rick and
Worthy,
Worthy.
Shot Demon, Ricky Pearsall, Igbuka, Coker. Everyone is rushing to buy the top on Coker after the preseason. And then Warren Strange and Theo Johnson, all different bye weeks, which I love. At tight end. I mean, when you have three tight ends, you don't really have any. But for this contest and this format, that's totally fine.
I like it. Let's go through some of the teams. I want to see Shady, see Heart or Sniper's team. Okay, let's see Shady 3762.
Oh, here I can just click on his team. So Shady, our
We'll
boy
see what the
Shady
Sims are
Advice.
doing.
He's got
God,
3 quarterbacks: McCarthy, Tua, and Stafford. His running backs are Kamara, Aaron Jones, ETN, Ramondre, Rashad White, Judkins at 186, and Miles Sanders. Jefferson, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, Chris Olave, Jack Besh, TJ Hawkinson, and Zach Ertz. That's a pretty solid team right there too.
I like that. All sim driven. Let me see Sniper's team. It's my boy
All right.
Harbs. Really,
All
really
right.
damn good poker player.
Long time friend, Harbs. There you go. Left wing slappy Drake May. He's got Dak and Drake May, Kyron, David Montgomery, Dylan Sampson, Tyler Algier, Isaac Guerrendo. Man, I am really struggling with Guerrendo right now. He's my most drafted player right now. I've been backing off of him because of the shoulder injury. But if this shoulder injury ends up being nothing, I'm going to feel so dumb for having backed off of him.
I've been slamming him right now because he's fallen a ton. I got him in like the 190s yesterday.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shoulder injury, it's not great, but I would feel a lot worse about it if Jordan James wasn't out. If he was taking up all the reps.
Jordan James breaking his finger, dude.
That's a pretty big deal, I think. So now, I mean, the answer might just be like CMC goes nuke, and that's just it. But I've been taking more.
That is answer. But because I've been drafting CMC at 7 since freaking January. So I think the backfield's really good, but need to have some hedges built in there. Jalen Wright, Marshawn Lloyd got the
he got the nod yesterday. He was looking good in camp, making some sick jukes. I had a lot of him before the injury. I stopped because I was scared out of my mind. I'm clicking him again. Let me Lad. Oh, that's a beautiful team.
Lad, Hunter, beautiful. Rice.
Rice is Pitts and Mark Andrews. Imagine those prices 2 years ago. You'd be like, holy shit.
Imagine the price last year, but we were still drafting. We were still drafting Kyle Pitts last year. We knew better about Kyle Pitts, and we were still drafting him last year, man. Sad scenes for the Kyle Pitts drafters, of which there were many, including
Davis,
me.
I don't know how long you were planning to stream for.
Yeah,
but
a while.
Okay, I was gonna say if you want, I don't know. I'm not a streamer. I'm not up to par with everything. But if you want to share my screen and I rip a big dog, and then we share equity both. Yeah, and then we don't. Yeah. I don't have to Venmo you the 250 or whatever.
Yes. Let's do that.
So
all you got to do is share your screen and pop it up. Make sure you have the draft board tab open. The people love the draft board, but yeah, we'll do another one. No, Leone didn't red pill you on Pitts last year. Leone's trying to red pill you on Kyle Pitts this year.
Yeah.
Like Leone, I think did a little bit of a little bit of Kyle Pitts propaganda last year, but this year he's like, dude, what do you even need out of Kyle Pitts? He's the tight end 16, dude.
Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I get this.
That's gonna do a number. That's gonna do a number to
Do you see
my
my
exposures. No, you need to you just if you just click the little plus button down there.
Yeah.
To
Okay, share screen. Okay. Share screen and then go to
should be able to pop right up. Yes, all you have to do in a Venmo memo is write sports gambling like John Mateer, who's trying to ruin my Oklahoma Sooner season before
Do you still
begin.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you still support OU pretty hard?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, because in college football, what's the point? Like, what am I going to do? Go root for Alabama. What's the use? I've rooted for Oklahoma football since I was knee high to a grasshopper. They're never going to win the SEC, but that's okay. That's kind of the point. We're just there to have a good time.
I'm feeling good this year, man. What part? So are you from Purcell, Lawton? Where?
My dad and his brothers grew up in Noble, Oklahoma.
No, okay, no.
Which is a real small town outside of Norman. I could cheer for my alma mater. The only reason I went to K-State because they gave me more money. I tried to go to Oklahoma and they said, yeah, man, we're just not going to give you that much money. So don't actually come. So I went to where they gave me more money.
I'm struggling I'm tech loading so hard right now. Hold on.
I believe in you, man. You're young. You're young. You really should be able to.
I have to fix my permissions. Just give me. I don't know why it's
sad. If anyone is rewatching this or just turning it on right now, we did like 15 minutes on what's his name, on Rashee Rice to begin. You guys are getting to see the exciting life of a best ball streamer here. I'm on the clock in, I don't know, let's see here. Command F on the clock. Or remaining. I'm on the clock in only 48 slow drafts right now. What is it? Entries or entry? Oh, I'm down to 282 slows right now. There we go, dude. You figured it out.
Okay. Let me get this widescreen real quick and enter this big dog. If I told you how many slows I was in, you would feel sick to your stomach. We need one person perfect. Okay, so open this.
Okay. Compress your window. You actually want it. It makes no sense, but what you actually want is you want to make the window narrower on your actual computer, and that will enlarge for the viewers.
Okay. Learning streaming 101 real quick. Okay.
I mean, look, man, it's not easy. But someone's got to do it. There we go. That's, you know what? Honestly, it's fine. The people can learn.
Can you see the draft board and hold on. Okay, no. Just tell me what to do. You want me to make it?
What are you in, Chrome or Firefox right now?
I'm on Brave, like a little crypto nerd.
Wow. So I use Brave for everything too, but it does not work for streaming. It just blocks, like, as you just found out. So what I need you to do is click the tile and then click the pop out on the draft board and put that as the primary thing you're sharing.
Okay, I got you.
Because that's what the people want. They want the oh, there we go. Look at this man. Look at this man. Yes.
Can beautiful. You see my No, okay, you can't see the draft board then.
I can see the draft board, but
you can't see the players, like the picks.
No, but I know who's there, man.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
We got the 103. So all right. Let's see. We got Chris, baby, Shady again, then Zach again.
Let me label my big dog so that I know which one I did with you and which one I did with Herzig. Big dog with Dave Mahomes.
All right. Do you want Bijan, Gibbs? You want to get spicy? You go CMC,
dude. I think we do Gibbs.
Gibbs. I love it. Well, let's smash this. Okay. So starting off 103, going Jahmyr Gibbs, going the big dog Evan Silva's 101.
101. Press
big dog
the
theme today.
press the command plus on yours. Like do the zoom in view on this window, just like so that the numbers are taking up a larger amount of the screen. Do it 2 more times. Perfect.
We're learning here.
Look at this guy. We got him.
Dave.
We got him up to speed. We got him up to speed very quickly. We gave someone a gift of getting Barkley at the 1.5. I mean the Gibbs early thing is so self-evident. You know, like it's so easy for him to pay off. He is like the only guy. Him and A-Chain and McCaffrey are the only players who can get 200 expected rushing points, 100 expected receiving points, which is like what you have to have a legendary season.
Yeah, I'm excited for Pat's article. That's one of my favorite reads every season, where he just goes through the legendary upside scenarios of all the running backs. But yeah, this is the big dog. Go get your guy. If I had a gun to my head and I had one draft, I'm probably taking Gibbs 101.
Wow. If you had one draft, you'd be taking Gibbs 101.
Yeah, probably. I just feel like in the seasons where everything goes right for a specific player, I feel like Gibbs is the highest upside of them all.
Yeah.
Like if we
I do not disagree.
Like what if in the perfect world we just copy and paste his splits without Thiemont last season, and that's just Thiemont tears his ACL tomorrow? Like, would he not go 101?
Yes, he would go 101, I think. Well, it would actually, honestly, to me, he would still be pretty close to Bijan Robinson. The primary thing to hold against Robinson is something that is not real, which is that he has not scored long touchdowns in his career. But does anyone really think that Robinson is not fast, that he doesn't have explode? Like, I don't think anyone seriously would say, oh, I don't think that Robinson can score 50-yard touchdowns.
Let's see. We're about to be on the clock here.
See, the sad part is we have the ass end of the board here at 22. This is that you get the early pick in the first round and you fist pump it in. You're like, sick, dude. We got Jefferson, we got Gibbs, and then you come back around and you're looking at a bunch of very uncomfortable picks in the second round.
We can BTJ 16. That's nice. I got some eyes though on some guys. We might. Come on. Well, I can tell you one thing. Bowers is not coming past Shady.
Never.
Okay. Man. Well, I think we're gonna get one player we like here coming down.
It's generally speaking, when you have the three, when you pick at 3, one good faller and you feel a lot better about your team. But if everything goes chalk and you're sitting there looking at Tyreek, you're just like, well, shit, man.
I'm not clicking Tyreek.
Yeah, it's exactly. I'm not really taking him in the second round either. So it is just one of those things where you're like, okay, well, what am I even? Okay, there you go. Bowers goes.
Oh no, we're gonna have a fine. We're to have an option. One of Ladd, Bucky, Brown. I'm happy with any of those.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with any of those guys. Those guys are all fine.
Whichever one falls to us, I will be happy to take. There goes Ladd.
I was going to say Ladd probably the best, because then we don't have to do the double running back build. But honestly, maybe that ends up being better. Actually, right. There you go.
There's Bucky, unless you want to go T or Tyreek or Trey. I'm Bucky here.
No, let's take Bucky.
Okay, and I'm gonna let the clock run down just so we discuss on this next. Actually, fuck it. I'm just hitting draft. Here would be. Okay, I thought they both had the same bye. Not that it really mattered, but week 8, week 9 bye, starting off Gibbs, Bucky, Irving. Nice little start. I would have preferred Ladd or Chase, but
for sure,
this is good for my.
It smooths out
management.
I was going to say it smooths out the exposures. I'm trying to be a big portfolio guy this year.
8.7% of everyone.
I'm just trying to. I mean, dude, like I'm gonna set my own record for teams drafted this year. Like it'll be, I'm gonna be well over 1,500 teams this year
Let's go.
probably. So yeah.
Okay, I think right here I'm not clicking Tyreek. Oh man, I wanted Lamar there. We can go elite QB, go Josh Allen, or
Is
we can
T
pull
there or
up
did he go? I can't
T
see him.
went.
He's
T went.
okay. Yeah,
So
let's do Josh Allen, dude. That is mega fun.
yeah. So unless we want to go Reek, Marv, Garrett Wilson, pull up JSN, but I feel like right here the tier break, we kind of need. I feel like Josh Allen's the right click here. Sims are suggesting Tyreek. Same with the solver. We'll roll with Josh Allen. Get that elite QB early. We're kind of in the nice pocket where Shakir can fall to us in the 8th round. If not, we have the option at Coleman in the 9th. So
yeah, Coleman, dude. I mean, you want to talk about smoothing your exposures, man. We could we can take Dalton Kincaid and I will be statistically like it'll be flat with Kincaid with all my other exposures because I never take the dude. So I think the logic there with taking Allen is obviously like we are going to feel pretty bummed about our wide receivers relative to the field. First being like our need for wide receiver is going to be a little bit lowered because theoretically we should have a running back filling our flex on this team because we'll take a running back at 8, 9, 10, whatever, where we normally would be taking a quarterback. The other thing is I do feel like taking Reek with all the weirdness, Adams, Marv, JSN, any of those guys there is kind of the problem that drafters fell into last year, which is taking a player over other good players just because they're eligible for their points to be a wide receiver. Like Waddle and Olave going over Barkley last year. it just in retrospect, it's so bad. It's so bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like Allen / Lamar there is like a real tier break into the next guys you were just talking about.
100%.
This is nice. Again, we're gonna feel a little punished at wide receiver, but we'll figure it out. It'll be okay. We're gonna have a ton of options at the 4-5 turn, unless there's like some ridiculous faller at running back or.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that we are going to have to confront is we are going to have to confront what we want to do with Rice because Rice is going to be available there for us at pick 51. He's probably going to be the highest on both of our combined stuff. Not that we. I would just think I will do a rankings update when I get off this stream today. I would think I probably don't want to take him there, but we are going to have to think about it.
Perfect. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jay.
There you go. Okay.
Thank you.
Shout out to Jaker23. Although I like this build. He also got a gift there with Kyron. This is actually such like fish follower stuff of me, but I had been drafting a little bit of Kyron, but now that he signed this contract extension, I'm like, why am I so dumb? Why was I not drafting Kyron before? I never thought there was any reality where Kyron wasn't going to be on the Rams before. I'm playing bad.
I just haven't been clicking it. I'm just not a big fan of him this year. I just think he's going to lose like 25% of snaps and things volume workload, right? So, but that's what everyone has said the last few years, and he just continues to shove it down my throat. So,
well, because he is the profile that we hate. He is the volume. He's the volume guy who doesn't get there via explosive plays. He does catch some passes, not a ton. But he gets all these touchdowns. He's like a total monopoly. And I'm not as certain as you that Hunter or Corum cuts into his work meaningfully. All right, we are up in 2 picks.
Jameson Williams, we're up here. We're on the board. Jameson Williams, Jalen Waddle, Zay Flowers are my picks. We get a
I think it's JMO. It's JMO all day, I think.
Yeah, I agree. We already have the bet on Gibbs. I'll give a little sneak peek to my Truth Serum take that I'm recording for Pete's the Deposit Kingdom video this week. But my hot take is that a lot of the receivers going in round 5, the 4-5 turn, are going to end up at the 2-3 turn next year. So you got guys like Zay Flowers who, might score more than 5 touchdowns this year. We got guys like George Pickens who, to everyone in the world is T. Higgins 2.0. You have
Right.
Devontae Smith. Maybe the Eagles aren't as dominant. They throw a little bit more. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek becomes AB 2.0. Travis Hunter, generational prospect, goes 2-3 turn next year. So there's a lot of these guys in the 4-5. Fuck, Flowers goes.
Damn.
Okay. Do you want to go Waddle here?
I'm good with Waddle or Hunter. I don't care either way. It's up to you. You pick.
We can go. Let's do Waddle just because we already have 2 week 8 buys, or do you not really give a shit about that?
No. That's
well, that's a good tiebreaker there. So like a lot of what I'm doing this year is I'm really trying to get overexposed to the guys in the 4-5 turn, and I would take, guys like Zay, Waddle, Hunter over the names of like Pickens. How even taking over James Cook over DK?
I'm big on Pickens. Pickens, I think ranks 37.
Sorry, I misspoke. I'm saying I would take like Pickens, Flowers, Waddle, Hunter over the names of DJ Moore, James Cook, DK Metcalf, Sutton. I just really think a lot of these guys going in round 5 are going to be 2-3 turn picks next year. So yeah, Pickens is my highest owned guy.
Okay, there we go.
I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. He is so goddamn good at football. He's finally off the Steelers.
Good. Yeah.
I think he's better than T. Higgins. His numbers on the Steelers have been, like, from a perception standpoint, have been pretty similar to T. And with far worse quarterback play and environment. And now he gets who I think is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, and Dak, everyone has his take. Everyone has his take that the Cowboys are going to be super pass happy, that George Pickens is T. Higgins 2.0. It's just such an easy click for me. So I love Pickens. He's my guy this year. So I wish we got him there. I really wish we got Zay. Zay's my other. I have like 18% of Zay through thousands of drafts. I love Zay Flowers this year. I just think he's tied to one of the best quarterbacks in football. And
Willie Snead had a 5 touchdown season with
Lamar
Jackson. I think we can probably get Zay Flowers to 10 touchdowns with just like a smidgen of positive variance.
So bad at predicting who's going to score touchdowns.
Yep.
Let's just close our eyes, say the first round pick scores 8, 9, 10. And that's it. And I feel like people are like, oh, he doesn't get like a ton of red zone target share. He's kind of like more of a smaller guy, but I feel like we don't really have this knock on guys like Rashee Rice. I know Monroe St. Brown's a lot better in the red, or gets a lot more usage in the red zone, but he's kind of the same, a little bit bulkier, same archetype type guy.
You don't have to be a big guy to score touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
There are lots of ways to generate touchdowns. Jet motion, cheat motion, just being fast, being quick. Like it's very easy. Now, one thing is I maybe would have considered taking Trevion Henderson there and going a running back build. I was thinking about that. What do you want to do here?
I don't take a ton of Judy. We're going running or receiver here, right? Like
I think we take I would say Golden. Oh, well.
Okay.
All right.
So we can go Jacoby. I feel like that's a fine click for.
I was going to say I like Myers more than Judy, honestly.
I do too. Everything about Jacoby's environment has gotten significantly better, and it's just a touchdown thing for him. So again, same thing to Zay. Let's just pretend he scores 8 touchdowns instead of 4. Are we good with Jacoby here?
Yes, and these two dudes behind us, if they are slappies, they might just like refuse to take Jerry Jeudy, and he might come back around to us. We're actually like very lucky to have done this type of team build, because wide receiver is about to go to 0 with absolute haste. That's like once, dude. Sometimes you'll be in these rooms and downs will go, and you're just like, you are staring into the abyss. It's over. What we are rooting for is, we're actually the opposite of the last one. We're rooting for Pacheco to go here as well, and we are hoping that this guy at the turn doubles up on quarterback and selects Joseph Burrow. That he doubled, which I think he probably should. I think that Hurts pick was bad. Wow. Okay, so he takes Judy. So this is gonna be an interesting situation. Who is gonna end up with T Higgins in this draft because the Chase Brown draft.
Burrow's already off the board.
He was hiding behind my webcam. Okay, never mind.
Do we
Addison?
I feel like Addison's good for this. Is fine for this team. I'm cool going Pacheco if we want to.
I would take Pacheco. What other wide receivers are there?
It's Addison and Reed. And
let's take Pacheco. Let's just win the flex. We can be done at 5 running backs on this team. We could take an extra wide receiver. We only have to take 2 quarterbacks on this team. Let's do Pacheco.
We could have pushed up Shakir if we wanted to do that, but he's
not
been
in this economy, bro. In this high ankle economy.
We'll just go to the projected points. We're winning the flex. We're have a nice running back room. We could maybe stop at 4 if we get like a faller here in a little bit. 4 feels really disgusting, but yeah, this is. Let me read something Pat Thorman tweeted the other day. Jacoby Myers was wide receiver 23 in fantasy football points per game while finishing 48th in touchdowns, which was 4. His current ADP is wide receiver 41, despite his surroundings getting upgraded in nearly every way. Let's just, let's bet on the TD variance. And, if he had a 10 touchdown season and puts up the same amount of stats, he would have been a wide receiver 1 in points per game. So I love Jacoby this year. Just an easy click right there for this type of build.
It's honestly, it's just like pretty straightforward there. Like I do not love Jacoby Myers. He's not a key part of my strategy or anything, but in this specific type of build, you really cannot ask better for a dude who's going to project for like 12.7 half PPR points every single week.
That's exactly what we need though.
Yeah. And Pacheco is just like, far be it for me to think that my strategy this year would have ever revolved around Isaiah Pacheco. Like not a player I'm a huge fan of. Don't think he offers a ton in the passing game or anything. But what is different? How week 1 or week 17? What is Michael Leone at establishtheRun.com going to have Chuba Hubbard for projected in terms of half PPR points and Isaiah Pacheco in terms of half PPR? Like Pacheco will probably project better.
Yeah, if he can just, assuming Hunt has the goal line role, if he can just take that from him, which might be easier said than done, then we're printing. Again, I'm a Pacheco slappy. It's just, I feel like this pick right there, that between that and Addison is gonna like make or break our draft. So we really need a faller at wide receiver coming up to kind of make up for it.
No, dude, the pick at 94 is preordained, and it's an insanely good pick. And no one else in this draft is going to be hip to it, and it's going to be fine. But again, something that people forget about Underdog is that it's half PPR scoring, and that running back you just want running backs in your flex. I know, guys, it hurts me too. Nothing I love more than opening up the draft app and just clicking a wide receiver and then another wide receiver and then another wide receiver. But I learned my lesson
the hard way last year.
I sure did, man. And sometimes that's just the way she goes. And instead of being stubborn about these things, I'm trying to improve.
See, this is kind of working out pretty well for us. We have Etienne and Warren going to 87, 88.
That's huge.
If this can become like a little running back thirsty room, we see B-Rob go at 80. If we can, it's mostly the guys to the left of us that need the running backs, but this is good. It's better than receivers going right there. So
yes. Yeah. What we did not want to see there was we did not want to see
Tyron Tracy Coleman right there. That's
what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We would love to see like a rogue Mark Andrews pick. We'd love to see a rogue quarter, like an early Bo Nix, someone setting up Bo Nix Ingram. We would love to see that. I mean, all of this, like it's actually really working out. Tracy early is great. I'm turning into a bit of a Tracy bro.
I am too, but don't auto Shakir. Oh my
Go
God, there's
Knicks.
Bo. I'm gonna assume the sidekick is recommending Godwin for Shady. Um,
Depends on how quick they ran a sim or re-ran a sim
yep,
this
there's
morning.
Godwin. They have not rerun it yet, I don't think.
Maybe that's
Or
just
maybe
the
they,
way.
yeah.
Maybe that's just the way they have it.
All right. I don't think we're gonna get what we want, but I feel like we're in a pretty good spot regardless. So
I think regardless, that round went about as well as expected. We got Mayfield, Knicks, Warren, Etienne, and
oh
Tracy all ahead of
motherfucker.
ADP.
Oh, Shakir
Damn.
just goes one pick before us. You want
So
to go
I
Coleman
think
here?
I think we take
Or
Coleman and then we set up another wide receiver.
oh man, I thought we
Well,
had it.
that was a 6 slow roll because Higgins was the one that I was like, no way is he going to get all the way back to us.
Oh, all right, that's fine. I feel like getting Shakir on the scene would have really helped a ton, but we're fine with Coleman. This is fine. That was
Yeah.
close though. Fuck. Yeah.
I honestly, I don't even really like Khalil Shakir, so the way that panned out was fine to me.
I kind of feel like I think I'm a little higher on him than like consensus. I kind of just like view him as like a Amon-Ra St. Brown light type player. And okay, hold on. Our options here is oh god, we just got
No, dude,
Shaq.
there's one
Yeah,
guy. There's one guy, and I really do not want Baby Stevie to take him. Come on, man. You need oh, he needs Mark Andrews here. He has to take Mark Andrews here.
Sharps. Okay, are we taking Kelsey?
No,
Or
dude, we're taking Shaheed, brother.
oh baby. Okay, okay. My love language. I
Yeah.
love Shahid this year. He is
Yeah.
one of the
Oh,
guys.
that was I cannot believe that dude did not take Mark Andrews. Did he already go? Am I not paying attention? No, he
No,
did
no, no.
not go.
He didn't. Rashid Shaheed from, if you care anything about the ETR projections or ranks, he's one of the guys,
I do.
from my understanding, is one of the most conservative projections and that we have out of any of the players, the two Saints wide receivers. There's a lot more room to grow from our projection with Shaheed, I think. We know Kellen Moore operates at a fantastic pace. Rashid Shaheed was, I think people just think of him like as a gadget go guy, but I think he's like much more complete receiver than that. He is coming off injury, but I'm a Shaheed slappy. I'm a Olave slappy, but I love that there. That I was scared you weren't going to like it. I thought you were just going to go to Kelsey for the
Oh,
ADP
come
value,
on.
but
Come on, man. That was light work right there. That was I didn't want the room to get to hip to it. That was perfect right there. So now we have JMO, Waddle, Myers, Coleman, Shaheed. I
that is ugly run or receiver room, but it works.
It's gonna work. I
It's
hope
fine.
it does.
God,
I was by the way, I was talking about Shaheed at 94, but then I realized that Coleman was the correct pick on this team, so I didn't say anything. But I would have taken, if Coleman was not there, I would have been cool with Shaheed at 94. I can't believe that guy took Cooper Kupp ahead of Rashid Shaheed, bro. It's 2025, man. It's 2025. We're all Shaheed boys here.
I love Shaheed. I know the quarterback play has been like a big scare out of Saints training camp. But if the Saints are just operating in a top 5 pace, does it matter? Like, I mean, it definitely matters. But I feel like for this price, I feel like everything's kind of baked in. And then what if the quarterbacks play like above out or like a little below average instead of the worst in the league? There's lots of room for upside here.
If we can get Spencer Rattler playing like the 22nd best quarterback in the National Football League, Rashid Shaheed is easy money, like absolutely easy money to finish as like the 37th best scoring wide receiver. I've got a good stat for my fellow Shaheed slappies out there. I've been saying this one a bunch, but he has a higher single game score in half PPR than any Chris Olave game. He's got, I think it was a 22.5, and Olave
against Dallas last year.
I think that was it. I honestly don't even remember which game it was, but he has a higher single game score because he has a more volatile route tree, which in some ways is bad and in some ways is good. But my deal with the Saints and with Shaheed is I just think Kellen Moore's like a pretty good play caller. I think he got kind of unfairly punished by that situation in Los Angeles. Like everyone's like, oh, this guy sucks now because everything went to shit with the Chargers. But he did miracles with the Cowboys offense when he was there.
He did. I'm a Kellen Moore guy, so inherently I'm a Shaheed and Olave guy, not a Kamara guy. But if I like those two weapons so much, I've
psyoped myself there.
I should probably, I'm so high on the pace and the environment of the offense, and I'm high on their pass catchers. I should probably click Kamara, but maybe it's a blind spot. I just can't do it. I'm doing it in Eliminator, so I am getting some exposure, but oh man, it's tough in BBM and whatnot. Okay, we're up in 3 picks. Ooh, there's a perfect click for this team that is coming up, and I don't think anyone's going to take him. We'll see here in a second.
I love when a plant. Wow, Mixon goes at pick 100. Man, me personally in a $500 draft, I just like it'd be very hard for me to click a guy I just expect not to play. Like I know like risk wise or whatever, it's probably fine, but it's too hard for me when the stakes get that high to do it. All right, we are up. What do you want to do?
Can I offer you the slot demon Christian Kirk on the team?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's disgusting, it's miserable pick, but yeah, he's totally fine. He's totally fine. It's exactly what
this team needs. I think he's being a little underpriced, if I'm being honest. CJ Stroud, slot receiver. I mean, that's money to me. Who knows if Jaden Higgins is any legit good? He probably is, but there's room for Kirk to grow into a pretty big role if he's not. So I feel
I'm a Jalen Knoll guy, but
I am too.
In the context of this team, it's totally fine.
What do you think about going Ayuk here, given that we need some upside at wide receiver, or are you kind of scared off by him and don't really want to click him in this format?
I mean, basically, like I think like he like is not as important in this format because we just do not need as much access to that insane ceiling. I think it's fine. I would maybe be thinking about Njoku here. I don't know if you're a big Njoku guy, and then I can Tootin as well, but he just went.
I can click Njoku.
What's running back look like?
We have Ray Davis, if we want to stack him, then Tank and Javonte. So it's pretty ugly after that, unless you want to go Samson.
Oh, fuck.
And Njoku goes Simpsay, Ayuk, or Kincaid.
I would do Kincaid. I would actually do Samson here too as well. But
I would do Samson as well. What do you prefer? We have Goff falling a little bit. We don't need Goff on this team.
We don't need Goff. Let's do Samson.
Okay. Sorry, Dalton Kincaid. It is not. Or Ray Davis. Can I offer you Ray Davis?
I'm fine with either. You choose.
Fuck it. We're going Samson.
There we go.
Getting first team reps in camp today.
2 days in a row, by the way.
2 days in a row.
Not nothing there. It is now 24 days to the beginning of the NFL season. Quinshon Judkins has not reported. Quinshon Judkins is not currently an employee of the National Football League or the Cleveland Browns, so he's got quite a bit of road to hoe. I mean, honestly, maybe the right thing to do there was Ayuk. Like I would imagine if I had the sidekick up for this,
it was Ayuk Kincaid.
Yeah,
Ayuk Kincaid. Yeah. But hey, go get your guys. We're having fun here.
Dalton Kincaid and half PPR, man. What's the point?
The upside's that he's like the second highest target earner on the Bills, but he wasn't even playing all the snaps in the preseason. Like Dawson Knox was playing out of base, and then he was in for third down, I believe, which is not what you like to see.
Yeah, Knox, not the idea that he was going to meaningfully overtake snaps on Knox because Knox is on the NFI list. I mean, it's already over. Like Knox is off the NFI list. He's back. He's practicing. So what Kincaid has to do is Kincaid has to score 11 touchdowns somehow. Like that's really his out. And he does not strike me as, and we have Keon Coleman. Like I would have for sure said Kincaid there if we had no other Bills teammate, but we have Coleman.
Yeah. I also just don't think Kincaid's that good, but he also was playing through a bunch of injuries last year. And tight ends take a while to develop. And it's year 3, I believe. Maybe this is a year where like it finally clicks for him. But given the camp hype on Samson, the positive reports on him starting with the ones, I'm fine clicking him there. We can even stop at 4, maybe if we want to.
If we really wanted to, yeah.
But there's just so many
on bye weeks.
There's so many fun running back clicks right now with all this new information, JCM, all the 7th rounders that Twitter is just losing their shit over. If we wanted to go one of those routes, there is one guy I really want to fall to us. Ray Davis and Kincaid are still here. Okay, never mind.
If we get the wide receiver comes back around, it's fine. But I also my heart will not be broken if we don't get him. So either way, it's fine. I also would have been cool with Stroud and Kirk there. Stroud goes,
there goes Ray. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to go Josh Palmer?
Yeah. I mean, let's
it makes sense. Make the bet on the Bills.
Yeah.
Let me see. Is there Tyreek between? Okay, no. So these guys seem fairly sharp. I don't believe they would take Tua from us. We'll take Palmer and see if we can get Tua.
Do you like taking Tua more than you like taking Geno? I know the sidekick wants me to take Tua every draft, regardless.
The sidekick fucking loves Tua. Yeah. I just so like, do you ever have like those stats you hear like some point early in the offseason and it just like sticks in your head throughout the entire season or through the entire draft process? And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking of Geno's splits while he's indoors in a dome, and I don't have the exact numbers off the top of my head. It's like a really good stat line when he plays indoors, and I think he has the most dome games this year.
Geno?
Fact check me out. Yeah, Geno. So
I believe that's true. It's either him or Shuck.
So I would be fine going Tua here. I'd be fine going Geno here.
You choose.
Okay, let me.
To me, I think it's basically like, I think Geno's better, but I think Tua's offense is better. We have slightly more of investment in Waddle. It doesn't matter.
I think we should probably go to. I'm going to go to. I just play the ADP game. If I had a gun to my head, who I think outscores who, I'd probably say Geno. But let's just let the market. The market's always right?
If I go, I was going to say, if I go, gun to my head, I think that I think Geno is way better than.
I do too, but
I think he's way better.
This is such a flaw in my process too. It's like I do believe Geno's probably the better click this year, but just because of those 10 picks of ADP, I'm tethered to Tua, and I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like a leak, but that's just something always in the back of my mind.
It's not I wouldn't say it's a leak, because by and large that thought process serves you well. But probably if we look back at the end of the season, like, who were guys who advanced a bunch of teams and had well-structured teams that did well in the pods, it would be a bunch of people who got these late round picks right and didn't care about 11 spots of ADP value in the 13th round. It'd be people who were like, oh, well, I just know structurally what to get with these picks. So we have Josh Allen and Tua. Each of them are stacked. We have a double stack with Josh. Our running back room is Gibbs, Bucky, Pacheco, Dylan Sampson. Our wide receivers are J-Mo, Jalen Waddle, Jacoby Myers, Keon Coleman, Rashee Shaheed, Christian Kirk, and Josh Palmer. I do think we get to 8 wide receivers on this team. But I think we're for sure locked into doing 3 tight ends.
Yeah.
Because we have yet to secure the services of a tight end. which is, again, it's fine if there's a position that I'm totally comfortable punting, but we probably don't leave it for the last round. When we could honestly get away with 4 running backs on this team, I think.
Per the draft capital allocation on the solver, we're well above the bucket for running backs. I know taking only 4 is kind of, it feels kind of like you're naked almost. Do you remember back in like,
it just leaves us a little thinner, but
do you remember in BBM2 when every single person was
oh
just
my
rocking
God,
the 2, 4, 10 twos?
I
Or
sure do.
right after Herzig one, or like the 3, 4, 9 twos. Oh man, I got bored the other day and I was looking back at some of the teams I drafted back in BBM2. I'm just like, oh my fucking God, this is just unbearable. How
Yeah,
why?
like somehow like Jordan Howard was involved on 4, on 4 running. It's just like, dude, come on, enough. Like what was going on there? All right, so we're about to be up in round 14. Guerrero goes. He would have been a sick 5th guy to add here because we don't really need a 5th running back per se on this team. We could definitely be thinking about tight end. What are you drifting towards here?
I think tight end is the move. My question to you is, if Geno fell to the 15th at 171, are you completely locked out at QB now? In
No,
this
I
format,
mean,
I don't mind going 3 QBs just because, I'm more focused on advancing more than like trying to hit the nuts with these flex plays.
no,
But
advancing is what we want here because the pods are 1616.
I think we take our taste at tight end right now, and then if Geno's there, we can talk about that. But who would you like here? We have Chig, Jonnu, Likely, Ertz.
Jonnu?
Yeah, I think it is Jonnu. It's doesn't
We
feel
can
good.
at least tell ourselves a story.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good, but
It's not a very fun story, but we can tell ourselves a story.
I feel like the Sims are going to say, "Hey, we need to take 4 tight ends on this team,"
The sim, because every time we take a tight end, they're going to be like, "Dude, you only have bad tight ends."
Yeah, just take 4. Which, yeah, I would have wanted Chig. The drum beat on him is pretty strong, playing all the snaps with the starters. Had that good finish last season. There goes Gino. Okay, I would have.
Another guy we could take is Mason Taylor, who I like deleted from my rankings because I was like, oh, this guy's dead. He is a rookie tight end with a high ankle sprain, and then he just comes back to practice like nothing happened. It was crazy.
Okay, we can go Ertz, we can go Likely, we can.
Ertz is the perfect complement. On this team, I think.
I agree. I can't believe I'm clicking Ertz in a $500 draft. But are we good for Ertz?
Ertz is younger than Travis Kelce, brother.
Oh God, we got the little ADP value there. Not that it matters a ton, but I was gonna, maybe argue for Likely, given that we might need some upside on this team for tight end, and after week 1, week 2, he might be perfectly okay. Regarding Mason Taylor, I feel like a lot of these teams just have such different definitions of high ankle sprains. Some teams, because like Mason Taylor was out like not even 2 weeks, and he's back like cutting and looking great.
He was out for like
he didn't
4 days.
He didn't have a high ankle sprain. There's no way.
Or he has like the greatest healing genetics of all time.
In which we should be taking a ton of him if that's the case.
Yeah.
Just a gritty, hardworking tight end.
Just a gritty, hardworking tight end. I mean, Zach Ertz, by the way, last year, 654 yards and 7 touchdowns, bro. Like, you can hate it. You can hate it. You can hate it all you want, and everyone does hate it. But like, oh, Terry McLaurin's not at camp. Debo Samuel weighs as much as I do. Like, dude, come on. This man is
he's just gonna walk into
like,
80 receptions. Yeah.
Walk into 80 receptions.
What would you say if we did we stopped that running back, go 2, 4?
I
God,
think let's get all of our positions covered, and then we can decide at 214 if we want to take another wide receiver or if there's a running back there that we like.
yeah.
I think that is the move, because it does feel sketchy coming into the season with only 4. Like you don't feel that good about coming in with 4 running backs.
Because I think the Sims are to be like, yo, let's take one more receiver and then finish off with 2 tight ends, and it'll be a 2-4-8-4.
Taking 4 tight ends on underdog just has to be bad, because they're just so capped at how many points they can score.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I would like here. I don't say anything. I don't know how many people are watching the stream, but that are in this room. But
489 people are watching right now.
Oh, let's go. That's beautiful numbers
good.
right there. That's great numbers.
Good.
Two high stakes drops back to
back. Those are August numbers, bro. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, when I was streaming big boards in February, there were not 489 people watching live. I can tell you that much.
What's the most you've had in one stream?
Most 700 some, I think.
Damn, man, those are big numbers, man. That's
impressive. They're not fantasy flock Peter overs at numbers, but
yeah.
we do our
That's
best.
up there. Yeah.
People do like the high stakes drafts though. They're big. You put the big dog in the thumbnail and people are like, "Damn, man, I can't wait to watch these dudes torch
$500." Yeah.
Fantasy football.
There goes Mason Taylor.
That sucks. Okay. Yeah.
We have plenty of options.
There's a never ending list of tight ends that I can talk myself into. Yeah.
It's hilarious to see Darren Waller. That I remember he signed and he just starts going like in the 170s, and now he's just undrafted. Cade Otton, I would have not.
I was gonna say Cade Otton is a third tight end ass pick. What are you thinking?
We can go. There's Woody Marcus on the board. We have Gesicki, Jatavian Sanders.
Let's do Jatavian Sanders.
Okay, I like that.
Jatavian Sanders is the perfect third dude. He's down to like here we're gonna go conspiracy theory here. He's down to 228
pounds.
Yes. Do you think
that's good?
That's what I'm asking you. Do you think that's good or bad?
Oh man, is Tommy Tremble alive?
No, dude. He's like legitimately. He's on the
progression well in recovery. Okay.
There's no timetable for him to return. Let me fact check. I knew that he lost weight. Let me fact check the exact amount. Maybe it was that he's under 240 now.
Okay, we're to be up here in a second. We have our odd. We can go receiver here. We can go like Coker. We can go Slayton if we want to, get that projectable volume late. I'm a big Slayton guy. I think he fits the team well.
I think Slayton is literally like perfect
for this team. Yeah. And then with our last pick, we can go between. Oh, okay. I got a little spicy here at the end. That if we decide to go 9 receivers,
I totally lied. By the way, he's down to he's down to 240. He played.
Okay, I was about to say 228 at a tight end. That sounds really worrisome. 240. That's weight that I think that's good. We can call that bullish. You never know if like the weight gain or weight loss is good. Like Marvin Harrison gains 10 pounds. Is that good? Probably
no.
Not
bullish.
For him.
No. Bullish on Marvin Harrison.
Bullish for Marv.
Because he is not going to. He's not going to. The dream of them throwing him crossers, dude. It's over. So just whatever he needs to do to win 1-on-1.
I was putting together a video for Levitan for Twitter the other day, and it was just all his preseason snaps. And I believe he had horizontal routes on 5 of the 9 routes that he ran, or like in breakers. And one of the 9 routes was just like a screen where he like faked the go or whatever. So technically 8. And I believe 2 were out of the slot. So that's a lot better usage than we were getting last year. Just a little tidbit out there that I saw watching his preseason snaps the other day. Yeah,
All right.
Jatavian 240. I like that weight. Well, we're happy with that.
240 is 240 is solid. We're hip. We're hip. Keep in mind most guys lose weight during the season because they are
Yeah,
working really hard.
yeah.
So playing at 255 for Jatavian Sanders is actually crazy.
Do you think like when you hear Ramondre losing weight, do you think that's good or bad for him?
No, that's
Because
bearish. You want
bearish,
the opposite.
okay.
You want the opposite with Ramondre. You want Ramondre to come in at 233 pounds and just say you're not tackling me, bro.
I think he saw Travion Henderson get drafted. He's like, I gotta get my wheels up. Like I gotta
You
get a
said,
little
all
bit
right, bro.
faster.
We drafted Travion Henderson. I gotta go to Whole Foods, bro. It's time for me to get on the chicken and rice. I could see it. I could see it either way. My thought is this though, that he needs to do the like whatever Trevion is doing good at, he needs to avoid it, and whatever Trevion is struggling at, he needs to work as hard as he possibly can at that thing, because Trevion is way better at football than Ramondre, and that's coming from an Oklahoma boy.
I love it. Yeah, I've just always been super bullish on Ramondre just because I'm a Sooner. I went to OU. I loved Sooner football, so I always knew he was. I always knew he was like a running back for the NFL.
Yes.
Like I watched him in college. I don't know if you remember that Tech game that he came back for, where he just scored like 4 touchdowns. He lifted up his shirt. It's like, I'm back.
Yes.
Ever since then, I'm like, you know, like you watch some guys in college, and you're like, this guy's an NFL running back. I see it.
Who's your favorite Sooners running back of all time?
I mean,
how old are you? Are you younger? Are you younger than me? I'm 32.
How old do you think I am?
28.
I'm 26.
Yeah.
I guess the easy. I want to say Adrian Peterson, but I wasn't an OU fan.
Adrian Peterson.
I wasn't a fan at the time, so it honestly might be Ramondre. I love Ramondre, but like I love him so much in college. Maybe DeMarco.
DeMarco high. Quentin Griffin.
Joe Mixon is
Quentin
good.
Griffin. That was a little bit. You would have been really young then.
Yeah, I was young.
It was something else watching a dude that little, that low to the ground, just kill teams, dude. They had guys. Adrian Peterson. It's like someone asks you your favorite band and you say the Beatles. Like, come on. Yeah, it's not how it works. All right. I think we should take a running back.
Okay, I was going to float the idea of Malik Washington if we wanted to go 9 receivers. Running back.
I would do Marshawn Lloyd.
Okay, we can do Marshawn Lloyd. I like that. Or if you wanted to go,
you choose
Ollie Gordon, which is
yes, send it.
Okay. I didn't know how you felt about that, but I honestly think he just ends up beating out Jalen Wright. I mean, I know it was one preseason game. He looked a lot better in it than Wright did, but I mean, I'm sure you watch Oklahoma State games. Like Ollie Gordon was the truth like 3 years ago, and he had a little down season last year.
In college football fantasy drafts last year,
he was like the 101, right?
The 101.
He has a bad year. Oklahoma State didn't have a good team.
Oklahoma State had a bad year. It was not all on him.
Their O-line was bad. He was battling through some injuries. He looked good in the preseason game. He took a screen for like 20-something yards. He scored a touchdown. We know this team has issues converting short yardage. This dude's like 220. He's a bigger back that's explosive. I don't know how I feel about spending $500 on Ollie Gordon, but
no, I feel great about it.
We have Tua, so it makes sense. And we could have gone Malik Washington there. That went the pick right after us. I would have been okay with either or. Per the draft capital allocation, we're really weak at tight end. The Sims wanted us to take. Who do you think the Sims wanted us to take with that pick?
Some shitty tight end.
Yeah, it was not Noah Fan. Harold Fannin, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because the sidekick is looking at this team going, you guys are projected for like 6 tight end points a week. So maybe you should have done better than that.
Man, our tight end room is really fucking ugly.
what were we gonna do though? Like you run it back, okay? Instead of Kirk, we could have taken Njoku. That's
the only difference. But I feel like
you feel a little better about it probably if you do that.
Yeah, it'd be like Njoku The 2v2 would be it would be what we took
Like
like
Njoku
Ertz.
and Alec Pierce versus Zach Ertz and Christian Kirk or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a Christian Kirk bull, so I feel like we really needed his wide receiver production on this team, given that we didn't take a receiver till the end of the
Yeah, you
fourth.
can tell this dude helps edit Michael Leone content because he's a big Christian Kirk guy.
Silva's bigger on. I mean, all of ETR is huge on.
When I think of
the
established
slot
demon in
demon.
2025, I certainly think first and foremost about the slot demon. There's no and Roshan Johnson from Dink, most drafted player, Roshan Johnson for Dink.
I don't understand. Is Kyle Manon guy like? Isn't like the whole thesis behind him? He's a bruiser back that's like good in pass pro. He's like
it's
the type
never
of guy,
fumbled, never fumbled.
the type
in college.
of guy that Ben Johnson loves. But then I go watch the pass pro reps in the preseason. And he's just getting lit up every single time. He had some good runs, but like I feel like Roshan's a fantastic click right now. He's the third down back, goal line back.
His foot is injured. He's an injured foot.
Is it that big of a deal? Like for the 17th round, I feel like you can do a lot worse.
Oh, I mean, it's
fine. Goal line back for the Bears.
Like running back 2 on the Bears, like how much patience is there going to be for, like Roshan Johnson has not earned Manungai plays well and you just like get to slot back in ahead of him. Like you have he's totally just a guy.
Yeah, but there's also like a world where he's just better than Swift, don't you think? I don't think it's like the most
Roshan?
Yeah.
No. Roshan, look, man. Roshan is like he checks all the boxes for me. He played in the Big 12, which is going to be huge for me. He is a converted quarterback. So like I love players who convert positions. He catches passes. Like it's all the stuff that I like. But no, DeAndre Swift had the most scrimmage yards of his career last year. And I don't think DeAndre Swift is any good. I barely draft DeAndre Swift, but Roshan is like he's like the definition of a ham and egger.
Would you rather have Roshan or Swift at their cost?
Roshan, no, not even close.
Okay.
Yeah, not even close. Swift, I think should go after Pollard and Pacheco, and he goes ahead of them.
Where do you think we could have gone different in this draft? Because, man, our tight ends are so ugly. And again, it might not even matter. We're in the big dog. We don't have to hit the nuts. Getting 8 from your tight end in the finals is more than enough to win this thing. I'm just trying to think like where we would have taken a tight end. I think the Kirk and Njoku switch is the only place we could have. Samson, Kincaid.
We could. I was going to say instead of we could have really jumped on Shaheed somewhere, but
we could have gone Kelsey over
Kincaid. I meant, yeah.
Kelsey over Shaheed was in there. Was an option. I don't know. At the end of the day, this position doesn't fucking matter. So
yeah, I like if you don't get Bowers or McBride, then just like figure it out and it's fine. Doesn't matter.
I feel like kind of rounded out the receiver room pretty well, like the archetypes that we need for the room, given how long we waited to take a receiver. Like the Myers, Kirk, Palmer, Slayton, just go get your routes type thing. But yeah, I mean, not my favorite team. It's a tough room, but
no, not the best team drafted of all time. But hey, man, it's not even really the point of the big dog. Big dog is survive and advance, and this team is totally fine to survive and advance.
See, Dan Zacchio went 3-4-7-4, so he's always with the weird structures. He went Ferg, Pitts, Henry, Elijah, Arroyo.
Yeah,
very fragile team. Taylor, Connor, Mason, Warren at running back. Yeah.
Some of these
love it, don't hate it.
Yeah, some of these dudes just they're out there living on their computers. I think we probably, I'll tell you what, we would screenshot the screenshot equity of this team is a lot better with Njoku over Kirk, but there's going to be like some week where Christian Kirk's 11.2 points is like absolutely necessary for us.
Did you like this team more or the team we drafted before?
All right, so the team we drafted before, I mean, this team is fun because we have Josh Allen. I honestly, this team is better. This team, I think structurally overall is better. Yeah,
I don't even
think
remember what we just did. Can you remind me what we just drafted?
Here, the one we just drafted before was Patrick Mahomes, Bryce Young, Derrick Henry, Jordan Mason, Sharp, Scatterboo, Tootin, Marks, Puka, Tet. Yeah, I mean this team is good too, but I think the one we just did is better.
We'll see. Well, hopefully we can get a nice little big dog sweat out of this. Just one of these teams. Let's advance one, and just takes one. Only takes one.
Just takes one.
The thing is, we are winning the flex every week with Gibbs, Irvin, Pacheco. If Pacheco has become
correct
this generation's David Montgomery.
All right, make sure you label that one. So we've got the equity swap, and look, man, when these teams finish 1-2 in the big dog, let's see, how much money are we going to be splitting? We're each going to be 150K richer, which is
not too bad.
Which is beautiful. Do you have anything you want to specifically promote on ETR? Anything that we can send the people to before I send you on your way?
Yeah, so I'm sure all you guys are subscribed to ETR. A lot of you guys are familiar with the content. Check out our Instagram, TikTok, Shorts. That's my domain in the company. But more importantly, I wanted to advertise something called Miles to Miracles. It's a nonprofit that me and 9 other friends from OU started. And basically what we're doing is we're trying to do a bunch of really challenging physical feats, running like Ironmans. I took a fight in Thailand, and then in 2 weeks, we're to go hike Mount Kilimanjaro in 7 days. And we're all doing this to raise money for pediatric cancer. We're trying to raise $50K for these two teens with a rare form of
shipmate. Do you have the link?
Yeah, so I'm going to send it to you real quick.
Yeah,
and any donations is very much appreciated. It's going to a great cause, helping some families going through some tough times. So, yeah, if anyone is interested in that, I'm getting the link for this right now. I didn't have it handy. Just give me 1 second. You just want me to DM it to you, or?
Yeah, just put it in the private chat right here, and I will save it and put it in the YouTube description, and people can check that out and can support, and you guys can donate. You can be thinking about Dave doing slow draft picks from the top of the world. And man is going to be sending in Jalen Naylor selections from no, you can send it to me on Twitter, and I will I'll make sure that it gets in the description so that people can check it out.
Yeah, and I'll tweet out after this after the stream. Again, going through a great cause, you're helping a ton of very in need families. So again, it was great hanging out with you, Davis. Meeting you for the first time, but we got some nice drafts on, and then hopefully here in a couple months we got a nice sweat out of this and can look back on this video.
I certainly hope so. Here we go, boys. The link is in the description, and it is now showing on the screen. Dave, thank you for your time, brother. We are gonna hang out and draft a couple more BBMs probably this afternoon, but enjoy your time in the lab this afternoon, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, and let's do this sometime during the season. Do some daily stuff. All right,
for
peace,
sure,
brother.
man.
Thank you again.
Take it easy. All right, boys, there we go. Miles to Miracles. A link to that is in the description of the YouTube video. It is in the YouTube chat as well. I think we should go ahead and hop into, I don't know, just a couple Best Ball Manias probably. I have 35 left. 35 left. Can you guys believe it? We really are that close to the National Football League season. 35 left. Recorded one for a video this morning, which will be out on Sunday. And here you go, guys. After that sweet lesson from Dave, you guys can be left with this. What is a slappy, Davis? We're going to have too many rookies. All our quarterbacks are going to be guys who could be benched at any given moment. All our wide receivers are going to be useless. We're going to have more handcuff running backs than starting running backs. If you look around the draft pod and don't see the slappy, you are the slappy. Stop caring about the projected scores and draft the shiny object. Also, it might just mean nothing. All right, the 1.3. Let's go. No, I have not maxed the eliminator yet. What are you most excited about when the actual season starts? Dude, I have really no way to answer that. I suppose the thing I'm most excited about the season actually starting is doing battle royale drafts on Underdog Fantasy. All right, so we are drafting out of the 1.3. Yes, the eliminator probably is. And you know what? First off, I'm going to take Jahmyr Gibbs at the 1.3 again. Dude, what if Evan Silva's right? All right, you know what, folks? You only have one life to live. Eliminator's closing today. There you go. It's done. Davis, did you max the eliminator? I did max the eliminator. No, this is not a big dog. We are now back to Best Ball Mania. We have completed the big dog. We did 2 big dog drafts. All right. Best Ball Mania draft starts. Oh no! Honestly, I feel less regret after that click than I did before. Cause what is the point of maxing the puppy 3? What's the point? You know? I think I just spent my Great Dane budget on Best Ball Mania drafts or on Big Dog drafts. I think I will be passing on the Great Dane. Well, not only is my sanity going to be eliminated, but I actually am going on vacation next week. I will be out of office from Thursday morning until Sunday afternoon. So, oof. That'll be real interesting. I guess theoretically you can win $100,000 in the Puppy 3, but I think we all know I will not be winning $100,000 in the Puppy 3. Okay, what if no one took Ladd McConkey? Wouldn't that be sick? It would be really nice if no one select. Okay, well, never mind. Not allowed to have nice things. I guess we will just take Chase Brown or Jonathan Taylor. Sure. Double running back start. It's a real boomer here. What's my Stroud exposure like? Honestly, I assume it is legitimately. I bet my Stroud exposure is exactly 8%. Nope, 5.8%. Sure, fine. What is my take on Puka Nacua? I seem to be getting him consistently falling. I mean, Puka is a good pick. That's my take. If you can get second round Puka, you should basically be doing cartwheels. Set the line on where Rice goes in this one. It's hard for me to say because there are 1, 2. Wait, hold on. I'm on the clock. I'm taking Lamar Jackson in this one. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 no Badgers. So who knows? Honestly, who knows? Chances Rashee Rice plays every game this year. I mean, that feels exceedingly low. That would be stunning. I don't even see the map. Why is Amari going at the start of the third? Probably because he's a first round running back who's a good pick. That'd be my guess. I think Puka is built to survive a Jimmy G regime at quarterback. He gets schemed so many touches, and Jimmy is at least competent. Yeah, I mean, he's just very good. Honestly, I agree with this. Rice going from back weighted to front weighted has my brain in a pretzel. This is not a big dog. There have been 2 big dog drafts executed. They are time-stamped in the description of this. All right, so we are, again, very similar to the team that I just drafted with Dave. We are going to be very far behind at wide receiver on this team. We have Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Lamar Jackson. So this might be an 8 wide receiver team, dude. You never know. I would love to see a random Xavier Worthy fall, random George Pickens fall. I'm old enough to remember when you could just get George Pickens in the 5th round. Feels like a long time ago. Honestly, this is a great question, and the answer is probably yes. Do all of your Gibbs teams have Jacoby Myers? Yeah, they probably do. NFL has never laid out a suspension for legal issues mid-season, have they? Teams have, not NFL, if I recall correctly. I don't know, man. You would have to ask a lawyer about that. I have no ability to recollect that. What's my Cook exposure? Probably very low. Not sure how much info the Chiefs could acquire before the hearing, but could be a sign on how they use Rashee in the first few games as to what will happen later. Good point, honestly. All right, man. Actually, you know what? I just took J-Mo on the last one, so let's take DJ Moore, and maybe Jameson Williams will come back around. No, he is immediately selected. I'll tell you what, I will not be taking Rashee Rice at this pick today. I have obviously I literally went live as the Rashee Rice news broke, so I have not had time to adjust my rankings yet, but I will be moving Rashee Rice down to some degree. Wow, there we go. Joe Burrow at pick 49. Sir Thomas says, I ain't about all that. Jalen Waddle, Henderson, Metcalf. Let's take Metcalf. I guess we already have quarterback taken. Wait, Davis, you idiot. Why did I not just take Zay Flowers? What? Davis. Grow up. I mean, whatever. It's fine. DK Metcalf a fine pick, but obviously should have been Zay Flowers. Dude, it's a unique build. Yeah, double by week 5 now instead. Great. Should there be a different strategy drafting Best Ball Mania versus Big Dog? Yes, massive. Massive difference. Best Ball Mania, much closer to, like, really all you want to do in the big dog is advance. Advance rate is all that matters. Week 17 doesn't really matter at all in the big dog. The week 17 final is smaller than your original pod. Your original pod is 12 teams, and the big dog final is 10 teams. The Best Ball Mania final is 534 teams. 539 teams, and it's 1 out of 13, 1 out of 16 to advance. Insanely hard to get it Best Ball Mania. Honestly, yes, taking Metcalf and DJ Moore at the 4-5 is absolutely taking medicine with all the fun picks. Yes, I mean, obviously Andrews is the guy. Hancock in the last big dog. Yeah, I think it's pretty fine in that room. There you go. Rashee Rice goes at pick 56 in this Best Ball Mania draft to champ. Feels okay. Igbuka all the way up to 61 at the turn here to the Mike Evans drafter. RJ Harvey up to 58. What am I hoping for with Metcalf? I don't know. Something like 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns is kind of a best case scenario for DK Metcalf. All right. Debo actually would be a good pick here. I would be. That's not as much of an ADP value as I thought, but he's fine because actually a little bit of leverage on the Jaden Daniels teams. I promise I have never given away a secret once in my life. There are a lot of people who are better at best ball than me. There you go. Saves me from doing another Jacoby Myers with Gibbs' team. There's no such thing as a LeJohntay Webster-esque team. Probably just those two. I would imagine that the big dog I did with Herzig and the two that I just did with Dave are probably the only big dogs that I'm gonna do. Wow, Juwan Jennings. I'm kind of getting gifted here. Lamar Jackson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings. This is a really good team. Peter is so much stronger than me. Peter would smash me. No, Peter would kill me. I do not have a promo code for the FFPC. I would ask Peter about that. I would ask Mr. Peter Overzet. He might have an FFPC actually doesn't do promo codes anymore. Assign the following NFL positions. Kitchen is a long snapper. Peter is a slot wide receiver. Liam is a backup middle linebacker. I don't know what Karain would be. Karain would be what would Karain be? All right. Low man wins. I take Davis in the Oklahoma. I would be Rex Burkhead 2.0. Karain would be a safety. Kicker. Yeah, kicker. Kicker probably works. Liam is a kicker, can't bench 135. No, Pete is strong. I mean, I'm sure Peter is I'm sure stronger than me. Peter is tall, strong. Karain might have been a runner. Honestly, I do not know. All right, the team is Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Lamar Jackson, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings. I mean, there are teams that have this permutation of players, but without Lamar Jackson. DJ Moore was a 3rd-round pick in this contest. Metcalf was a 4th-round pick. I guess Debo actually is a riser, and Jennings is a huge faller. So hard to say if I am winning or losing. Honestly, I'm probably going to do 0 college football drafts. I have officially run out of time. There are, yes, obviously Karain is a Patriots slot wide receiver. Honestly, yeah, Peter's tall, handsome, whole package, really. I agree. I can't really logic out this Juwan Jennings suspension. Like, what is the reason for Juwan to be going too much lower? It's a fake calf. All right, we are up in 1 pick. I'm going to select Mark Andrews because I just do not want to get sniped here, and this drafter to my left seems a little squirrely. So Andrews was the more important part of this team as opposed to getting Michael Pittman Jr. or Shaheed or whoever. I think much more important. I don't know. Would you guys have just taken Pittman there? Yeah, I said Jennings suspension. I meant fall. My brain not be working. Yes, I did just enter my final 33 eliminators as slow drafts. All right, Rashee. Wait, did Shaheed go? No, he's there. Dude, Shaheed, it's lit. Lamar Jackson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, and Rashid Shaheed. This has the makings of quite the team. The running back starts work. Yes, you gotta identify the squirrely drafter, because you never know. Yes, Juwan has a bad wallet ache. I have 25% Juwan, and it just keeps going up. 25% is a lot, although I bet I've got a good amount of Juwan Jennings. Let's go drafts, completed, exposure, all my teams. 863 teams. Juwan Jennings, $1,274, 14.8% of my underdog fantasy teams have him. That's a lot of Juwan Jennings. No, honestly, probably no more golf videos for a while. My swing is too bad and I have to spend too much time at my desk. I've been on Shaheed all off season and wondered if I was crazy till I found out you liked him too. Then I knew I was crazy. Lifted shoulders yesterday and the outside of my elbow is killing me today. Yeah, that's not good, bro. Jennings got an MRI. All right, well, shit. I guess maybe he didn't just officially sign a document saying that he's angry. Soft rumor the Raiders want to trade Michael Mayer and picks. What would be the point? I don't know. Maybe it's possible. Feels hard. Feels impossible. No, I am less into Rice on this suspension because this now opens up a risk that Rashee Rice misses the money weeks of the fantasy football playoffs. Like before, the odds that Rashee Rice missed the money weeks was really low. The odds that he misses the money weeks now are significantly higher. All right. By ADP, it's Mooney, but that feels like a real falling knife. I don't really want to take Scattaboo either. Let's do, does a sidekick have any other scrolls for me? Burden, I guess. Sure. Luther Burden as my wide receiver 6. I don't even think he's really that good of a pick, but sometimes you got to live a little. No, I'm not worried about, I am not worried about a 10-game suspension. What I would be worried about now, specifically for Rice, is that he would get his suspension news, then he would appeal it and potentially miss weeks 15, 16, and 17. Back up on the clock. I am not taking Cam Scattaboo. Well, do I just freaking take Cam Scattaboo, Davis? Oh, gosh, or Ayuk? You know what? Live a little. Live a little, dude. The 1-2-7-1. The rarely seen 1-2-7-1 in which our wide receivers are DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, Mark Andrews, Rashid Shaheed, Luther Burden, and Brandon Ayuk. They never saw it coming. Maybe I'm an optimist, but them pushing the hearing to me means they are going with a smaller suspension. Could be. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, man. I don't know. When a streamer takes Brandon Ayuk, someone just goes, no, not Brandon Ayuk. And you know what? They're right to do it because Brandon Ayuk is not Brandon Ayuk, not a very fun or good click in any way, shape, or form. They're pushing the suspension because the NFLPA is in flux with their leadership. Charlie, can you expound upon that? Because I don't understand. Like, I know that what's his name is like involved. Like, I know the whole Pablo Torre investigation is like going crazy right now, but I don't know if I understand exactly. The Rice suspension could come in 2026, and this could be insane value on him now. Man, that seems crazy, but I think I am done trying to say that I know what the National Football League is going to do with these suspensions. I think my brain has reached its capacity of understanding for what could potentially happen to Rashee Rice. Feels like they probably should have just gotten it out of the way. All right, we are up in 2 picks. We certainly need to start taking some running backs or some tight ends. Sadly, all the good tight ends are gone. There we go. We're gonna go Trey Benson. Trey Benson as our 3rd running back. Dude. Tyreek wasn't an 8th round pick. Tyreek was like a 16th round pick for a little while. They thought that people thought Tyreek was going to jail. That's a good question. Is Rice no suspension in 2025 right wing slappy or left wing slappy? Oh, very, very fascinating question here. I really couldn't say. I would guess probably left wing. All right. I guess we could be done at tight end. No, I'm taking Algier. Algier is really good fit on this team. There you go. As a noted right wing slappy, he wants no part. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get any Judkins news. Right? There's really unlikely to be any Judkins news because his trial is not happening anytime soon. Like, he waived his right to a speedy trial, right? Wasn't that literally the language? Like, he waived his right to an expedited trial. And he's not a member of the team. So he can't be on the commissioner's exempt list because there's no list for him. There's no commissioner to exempt him. So, I mean, I guess what would be the next little bit of Judkins news? The next bit of Judkins news would probably be him signing to the team, or yeah, I guess it could be a settlement. Yeah, standard procedural waiving. Yeah, I guess the next bit would be him signing to the team and then accepting whatever the suspension might be. Man, wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where these professional athletes would just stop committing crimes? Because there should be no reason for me as a basement dweller to have any knowledge of any of this stuff. There really should be no reason for me to know so much about legal proceedings in the United States of America. Maybe one off season. Maybe we will get through one off season where no one gets a DUI, no one beats anyone up now or anything. You know, that's all we can hope for. And maybe we'll get it, maybe we won't. It's hard to say. 1,700 players, goodness, that is a lot. There are a lot of players in the National Football League. But, well, the defensive players can commit all the crimes they want. I don't care about that. In fact, let's suspend every good defensive player in the NFL. Let's make defenses play 10 on 11. You ask me. I shan't be taking Geno Smith. You know what? I will take... you know what? Dave sold me a little bit. Let's take Urendo. That's another 49er there. So I just have the full kind of 49ers team stack. Although that was not much of a dipperino on Urendo. His lawyers are working with the victim to a cash settlement in lieu, which is French for place, of pursuing charges. Trust I do this for a living. And then I'm going to take Jonnu. And then whatever I get with my final quarterback is what I get. At the end of the day, whatever they have for me, maybe I'll just do a one quarterback team. Drafting 25% of Urendo? That's a no-no. Why should their employer suspend them for traffic crimes and whatnot, if you think about it? It is sort of interesting that professional sports leagues and like the players associations are in this spot. Because yeah, you would not get, well, I don't know. I guess you could get suspended from you. I guess you could get suspended from your job for committing a crime. No one would suspend me from my job. Also, yes, not a traffic. He did commit a real actual crime. It's definitely not binary because Judkins could certainly play and be useless. Here, let me read you some Browns 2024 rushing lines. So here are the rushing lines from the Browns in the playoffs for their starting running back. This is week 15 for the Cleveland Browns. Week 15 for the Cleveland Browns, Nick Chubb started that game, 9 rushes, 41 yards. We got 7 rushes for 84 yards and a touchdown from Jerome Ford, 2 receptions for 20 yards. Next game for the Cleveland Browns, this is week 16. Jerome Ford started 11 for 92 and 1, 5 for 39 as a receiver. Your week 17 Cleveland Browns starter at running back was Donta Foreman, and he went 13 for 49, 2 targets, 0 receptions for 0 yards. So it's certainly very, very unlikely, I would say, that it is binary, that Judkins is either a smash or a zero. He could certainly be eligible. He would certainly be eligible and not play well. Like, isn't Quinshawn Judkins basically just fancy Donta Foreman? Gretsch made a great point about Judkins. They also drafted Sampson fairly high. Even if no Judkins drama, there was no promise of Judkins being their workhorse just based on history. Honestly, Jerome Ford, those stat lines were better than I remembered. Pro sports leagues are much different than regular jobs because of PR. Yes, of course. Tons of PR issues. Foreman was, I don't remember, honestly. Donta Foreman was drafted in the 3rd round, 89th overall. Donta Foreman was. That was a long time. Oh, frickin' Rodgers goes. That's so funny. All right, whatever, man. I'll take... Actually, you know what? On this one, I'm going to take Daniel Jones. I think Jones is probably more likely to start in week 7, which is really the only week that I need him. Yeah, Foreman was really good. Where am I at on Mixon? I'm really low on Mixon compared to the consensus. I mean, I would have, like, if you would have set the line at Jerome Ford 11-point games last year, I would have been like, oh, no, he never got 11 points. Alec Pierce's day-to-day, that's all this slappy needs to take Adonai Mitchell. You can take the... You can try and slap the slappiness out of the man, but you can't slap him hard enough. Yeah, Mixon kind of is the textbook. If he beats me, he beats me. Ford is a good chaperone. I won't even take that away from you guys. He is a legitimately good chaperone. All right, final pick coming up here. We did Lamar Jackson and Daniel Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Trey Benson, Tyler Algier, and Isaac Guerrero. DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, Rashid Shaheed, Luther Burden, Brandon Ayuk, and Adonai Mitchell. Mark Andrews and Jonnu Smith are our tight ends. I've done a little bit of Jalen Naylor sprinkling, just a smidgen. You know what Jalen Naylor is? Jalen Naylor is an excellent pick in the Eliminator, of which I just entered 33 slow drafts for some reason. Can't really figure out why I did it, but I did do it. Yeah, I'd really like if you guys would all slap the like on this. I don't think any of you have liked it. I think this literally is like one of my most watched streams of the summer. Yeah, 128 likes. This video has 1,300 people. 1,300 people have clicked onto this stream at some point, and 128 people have liked it. What's the deal with that, bro? Come on, man. You guys can't give me a little arf arf? Did you guys see this? This is my first time seeing this in the wild. Severe Jury 8 just selected Kalel Mullings at pick 208. Wherever Severe Jury is, I salute him. That's a pick. I called you squirrely? Why did I call you squirrely? What did you do? Oh, you took Burrow at 49. That's squirrely. That's fair. Polite hater, bro. That is fair. You take Burrow at 49. I can call you squirrely. No harm, no foul there. I will not be selecting Harold Fannin Jr. I actually am going to take another wide receiver. Wow. You know what? I will take De'Ami Brown. I will take my 9th wide receiver in De'Ami Brown. Then I wasn't calling you squirrely, bro. Oh, yeah. Your team is totally fine. Nothing squirrely about your team. This guy was the squirrely team. All right. Final team here. We did Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor. I took Lamar Jackson at 27. DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel. Horrible pick here. Should have just taken Flowers. I'm an idiot. Deebo Samuel at 70. Juwan Jennings at 75. Mark Andrews at 94. Rashid Shaheed at 99. Luther Burden. Brandon Ayuk. Trey Benson. Tyler Algier. Isaac Urendo. Jonnu Smith. Daniel Jones. Got sniped 1 pick on Aaron Rodgers. That's a bit annoying. Adonai Mitchell and De'Ami Brown. Is there any real reason DJ Giddens should be going after some of these guys in the 16th, 17th round? Absolutely not. Nope, he's a very good pick. Read another bullish article about Gadsden. I lit $10 on fire with an eliminator this morning. Took 4. Ooh, tough. You know what, boys? I will... How many likes do we have on the video now? 171. Where there are 426 people watching. You guys get 215 likes. I'll do one more draft. And if not, if you're not able to get that many, then I won't. That feels like a pretty reasonable number. We're at 170 right now. You guys get to 215, and I will do one more. One more Best Ball Mania. Wow. Okay, I was going to say I'm only on the clock on like one slow draft, but wow, look at this. Burrow falling back to me again in the puppy. You love to see that. You guys, I'm taking Golden over Pacheco here, trying to build those golden bags. Why was I taking so much Devin Neal to start the summer? Only God knows the answer to that question, brother. Well, I took a lot of Devin Neal in the early stuff. I took a lot of Devin Neal in the big board and the little board and the war room. And that's why you always sandbag your like. Yes, you should not start slow drafts right now. If you start slow drafts right now, you're gonna have a bad time, bro. You're gonna run into the 4-hour clock, which you do not want to do. 4-hour clock is a tough scene. And I can speak that as someone who is about to be living it very shortly. 192 likes. Come on, guys. 192 likes. That's embarrassing type stuff. A 3-hour stream with 2 $500 big jogs. I mean, I just want good things to happen to all of you. And I want good things to happen to me, too. If only the Cowboys had taken Devin Neal on the 4th. You know what is an interesting thing is I think there are a certain number of people who are watching the stream, but they're watching it on delay. So they're actually not to the point of the stream where I say, please give me a like. I'm begging you, bro. I'm begging you. Give me a like, brother. Which player take have you changed the most this preseason? That's a good question. Let's look at the old exposures here. Which player takes have you changed the most? How many likes are we up to? All right, 204. 204, I'll rip. We'll do one more BBM. Best Ball Mania, 33 remaining now. Maybe. Oh, Trey Harris. I was drafting a ton of Trey Harris. I'm over Trey Harris now. There you go. There's your answer. Trey Harris. Sick of that guy. Was all the way out, and I'm all the way in. Typically watch while drafting, and whenever it comes to my pick. Oh, interesting. There we go. And I was rewarded by giving the people another draft with a 101. No, this is not true. When the clock speeds up on slow drafts, it is unimaginable how annoying that is. You gotta be a sick person to enjoy the clock speeding up. What is the deal, man? The clock speeding up is not a good time. Because then once the clock speeds up, you can't set appointments. You can't just like check in on your drafts. You have to just sit and do them as they come in, because you will straight up run out of time. Jamar Chase at the 1.1. Every Jamar Chase team does feel like a gift. Let's just be real about that. Because if he's the guy you need this year, there's only one way to get him. How do people deal with well, it still pauses overnight. Wow, Matt Breida just retired. Absolutely disastrous stuff for your Matt Breida drafting bros. Bullish for Jeff Wilson Jr. signing with the 49ers. Our pick 100 team, Trey Harris team's dead. I mean, they're not dead, but it's not good. It's not been the offseason you want. When Keenan and Ladd are both on the IR with hamstring injuries in December, the Trey Harris bags will feel good again? Yes, they will. Is Jamar Chase your number one overall in PPR redraft? Yes, he is. I have, it should be done this afternoon. I told myself I was going to get it done today. The redraft. The redraft guide on patreon.com/DavisMattic should be out today. Should. No. As of yet, the slappy draft with 8-round Nick Bennett has not yet been axed. Do you think people are stacking Chase Burrow enough? Sharp drafters tried to push him, but he's often sniped. Wondering if there's a bit of a leak there and we should just eat the 4 or 5 Burrow. I don't know, man. I know that a lot of the draft bros, the math bros, say that the math suggests you should just take him there. Yeah. I have a hard time doing it, particularly because the 6-7 turn has gotten a little bit worse because you can't get what's his name? You can't get Matthew Golden there anymore. Like, now that you can't get Golden there anymore, there's a lot less interesting guys there. That's a good question. Have I ever had a slow draft get thrown out? I don't think so. I will say, I don't know the answer to this, but I will say anecdotally, it does seem like they are throwing out fewer teams just based on my experience. I don't know if that is true or false. Haven't been following closely this summer. Have you grown the brand where you are safely out of working at State Farm territory?
The Davis Mattic YouTube channel is made possible by viewers like you. Every subscriber, memby, and super chat goes to ensuring Davis doesn't have to work at State Farm. Thank you.
The answer to that would be no, Joe. The answer to that would be no. State Farm hangs above my head like a scythe as I'm sleeping. The sword of Damocles, the sword of State Farm, you might call it, hangs above my head. Man, oh wow, podium run here with Jonathan Taylor and Keegan's. You do not get Jonathan Taylor at the turn there all that often. There you go. Keep the Chief drafted one last night that was thrown out this morning. As a Chiefs fan, do you remember the stat correction 2 years ago when the NFL erased a Chris Jones sack on Jordan Love in prime? I do not. I've not heard anything about Stafford's back today. Wow. My boy here at the 2-hole selected Rashee Rice at pick 26. Is he farming? The farm of Damocles. I am angling for this job. Yes. This is kind of my dream job, is my assistant to JJ Zacharysen's assistant. This is Davis from State Farm. If I absolutely had to guess, Anthony Richardson over under 7.5 games played this season, I would take over. If you really made me guess, I only got one guess, and it was the guess that you held me to, and it had to be accurate. I would guess that he plays more, I think. That's based on total gut, non-knowing, like literally is. I am just guessing. Yes, Rice is fully 100% healthy. Doesn't have a brace on his knee or anything. Rice is 100% good to go. And as Keep the Chief says, you just took DJ. Well, playing is not the same thing. Because I'm assuming. Well, I don't know. Would they use? Here's the question: if you bail on Anthony Richardson as your franchise quarterback, do you use him as a wildcat quarterback, or do you just say screw it, it's over? That's a good question. That's a question I haven't asked myself until right now, but does seem relevant. How much do they pay radio station sportscast producers? I assume literally pennies. I assume that is one of the worst compensated positions, like literally in the world. All right. Well, I am going to try and push Joseph Burrow in this one. What would be really nice, the Chase Brown drafter has Josh Allen. So oh man, is this guy in the middle auto drafting though? This guy in the middle might be auto drafting. Can't push Burrow in an auto draft room. You never know. I guess you never know. I mean, I just cannot pass on some of these 4 or 5 turn players for Joseph Burrow. Oh, buddy, I know all about Lynn Bowden at the University of Kentucky. Dang, Worthy goes. That is a smidgen annoying. All right, we're gonna go Trevion Henderson. I'm a 5th round Terry McLaurin. Sure. Yeah, why not? Anyone else have a mental picture of what a naked Burrow drafter looks like? Mine is a 23-year-old male, went to college but is uneducated, probably in a frat. Votes are, but has no idea about real policies. The spectrum of the naked Burrow drafter is large. I don't think this mental image is wrong, but I think the spectrum is wider than you are suggesting. I don't think you were ever getting Burrow pushed. Still on the board, brother. I do. I need to take a policy from my pre-draft. Luckily for you, Andrew, I am. This is my specialty. This is what I can do. I can tell you to go, enter the lowest stakes draft possible on Underdog. Protect the plane, or press the plane with Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker ranked ahead of ADP. Scott Barrett took naked Burrow with Neil the other day. He views the elite quarterback as a big 5 and not a big 4. He's not the biggest, best ball guy. Interesting. I mean, yeah, I don't think Scott's a chud. Been meaning to have Scott on the channel, actually. Honestly, yes, this is it. My picture of the naked Burrow drafter is just a small brain guy imagining himself as the big brain guy. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, my microphone is just it's just kind of old, is all it is. It's a very nice microphone. A Dunning-Kruger pick. Dude, if you don't push Burrow, are you even living? All right, so this is the guy I thought was auto-drafting, and he does have an extremely by ADP team. This fella, Colton Slave. Okay, he is auto-drafting, but it looks like he's got rankings in, and his rankings did not have Joseph Burrow there. So, all right, we got to. I think this is my sweat here. Harry K, who seems to understand the concept of stacking because he has Josh Allen and James Cook together. He's trying to decide if he wants to take Joe Burrow. The clock's what he's going to do it. That's for sure going to. Oh, Caleb Johnson. Say less. I would be stunned if Rashee Rice rose on news that is not particularly good for him. I am not out on Brashard Smith, but I don't select him nearly as often. Bang, Joe Burrow at the 6-7 turn. And I will take Judith Jerry over Pacheco because I have Jonathan Taylor. Hey, dude. You guys said I was never going to be able to push him. How about that? No. I was very in on Brashard. I still have Brashard ranked fairly aggressively. I just don't like if this makes sense. You can have a guy ranked somewhere, but you don't take him all that often. And you know what? You're right. I should have taken him at the 7-1 to marginally impact. Oh, there we go. Not on auto. Colton drafts on his phone, was multitasking a drafter's draft as well. Hey, man. Been there. First off, I support multitasking. And second off, Colton, thank you for watching and supporting our friends over at Drafters, partners of the program. Dude, you should have pushed Burrow another turn. I've seen it done. Jerry Jeudy is a better pick than Chris Olave because Shedeur looked at least competent. And I don't think Shadeur's going to play, brother. I think you going to learn about Joseph Flacco. I'm bullish Jeudy, and I don't care. Flacco has gas in the tank, and no one's buying him. Well, if you are bullish on Jerry Jeudy, I have a little bit of evidence to support that. No one ran more routes in the entire National Football League. Not one person ran more routes than Jerry Jeudy last year. Working in the spreadsheets, drafting a BBM, and watching. I salute you, Kyle. I think I've replayed the last Overzet moment on the Soulcast to watch the Belichick bit. By far one of the hardest times I've laughed watching the show. Do we think the Slapocalypse has already come? Or with week 2 of the preseason upon us, is the Slapocalypse still on the horizon? Buddy, you haven't seen no slaps yet. Yes. Flacco is very, very good for David Njoku. I think he averages like 13.5 fantasy points per game in Njoku starts. If Rattler wins the job, Olave is a good pick for the Saints. If Shuck wins the job, Shaheed is a better pick. I think Shuck's probably better for both of them. I'd rather take Tillman 80 picks later than Jeudy. I think that's totally fine. Flacco randomly becoming Fitzpatrick is very funny late. Yeah, don't ever show that randomizer episode to someone in your life, or they're gonna think that something is deeply wrong with you. Wow, how about here's some breaking news, folks. Sue Robinson, the former U.S. District Judge who serves as the NFL and NFLPA's jointly appointed disciplinary officer, is scheduled to hear Rashee Rice's disciplinary case in New York. The only other NFL disciplinary hearing she has presided over was Deshaun Watson's. What about that? Oh, wow. Pick 96 Mahomes. I mean, okay, there we go. Thank goodness. All right, I'm going to take Mark Andrews here. God, do I dare take Joe Mixon? I'm not taking Joe Mixon, bro. I'll take ETN over Mixon. I don't even feel good about it, but whatever. Yeah, in my memory, wasn't it 14 games that got appealed to 11? Isn't that what happened for Watson? Do you guys remember? I agree. I thought it was very odd for the suspension just not to be doled out. I showed a clip of the randomizer to my wife and she was silent while I cackled. I'll tell you what, my wife texted me while I was doing the Pete as Davis as Pete doing Davis voice, and she said, it's enough already. Honest question, but if Flacco has a good year and brought Cleveland to the playoffs, does he maybe get Hall of Fame votes? I mean, I would assume no chance. He just doesn't have good enough stats. Let's see. What is the Pro Football Reference Hall of Fame similarity level for Joseph Flacco? He is 50th amongst all quarterbacks. Yeah, he's not even close. Here you go. I'll show you guys this handy little Hall of Fame tool here. So here's the Hall of Fame monitor. Let's go to Flacco. So these are quarterbacks who have generated more Hall of Fame points. Carson Palmer, Drew Bledsoe, Donovan McNabb, Phil Simms. How about Josh Allen already up there? Troy Aikman, Len Doss. A lot of these guys are in the Hall of Fame. Where's Mahomes at? Mahomes already at more Hall of Fame points than Ben Roethlisberger. Say less, dude. The bit could have gone. No, I still do not have my voice. That was it was an interesting choice to make for my voice, honestly. All right, we are up. Wow, Brandon Ayuk is still here. I guess we're not that late. We're only at 120. Do we want this to be a Gesicki team, or do we just take Loveland? I'm pretty into Loveland here. This is a small Dipperino on him, and then we take Slot Demon. Dude, the Slot Demon. All right, for the audio listeners, through 11 rounds, we have Joseph Burrow, Jonathan Taylor, Trevion Henderson, Travis Etienne, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, Jerry Jeudy, Christian Kirk, Mark Andrews, and Colson Loveland. So we're done at tight end. Probably, it's weird, but it's probably still an 8 wide receiver team because of the double week 10 buys, and we need to set up a quarterback. My thoughts on the Rice situation is that he's definitely a way worse pick now because it just introduces a bunch of weirdness. Bro, who let Davis cook? Would rather watch Davis doing Pete, doing Davis, doing Pete, doing Davis, doing Pete, doing Davis, doing Pete than watch SNL any day. Say less, bro. I've taken Malik Washington a couple times. Over under 5.5 games played in 2025 for Quinshon Judkins. Over, but not in a way that makes his supporters happy. I think Quinshon Judkins is probably going to come in like week 8 and be Dylan Sampson's backup. That is my honest to goodness guess right now. I don't know anything that you guys don't know. I have no inside information. But that's my guess. My house on the under. Stephen Rooney says house on the under. It feels very bearish that the person who handled the case. So that I actually can disagree with, I think, Emwald, because it's just this person's job. This person is just the disciplinary supervisor for the National Football League. Like that, that's literally all it is. Like this woman, Sue Robinson's job is just to help the NFL with discipline. Like just so they have like basically like an independent third party. Yeah, I mean, I take Ford some. I mean, Sampson is way better than Ford, but Ford is fine. Yeah, honestly, what a crazy suck out for Jerome Ford though. Running back 3 on the Cleveland Browns earning fantasy value. Judkins is at least 3 times better than Sampson. I just, frankly, I don't feel that confident in my ability to prognosticate on NFL skill position talent. Wow, this is okay, I was about to say this is a crazy fall for Ferguson, but it's really not at all, actually. What am I thinking for second quarterback here, boys? Do we just, you know what? Let's just do Bryce Young, and we'll play it fast and loose if we want to. Is there a Dipperino involved here? Not really with anyone. Javonte Williams does not do anything for this team. We're going to take Tyler Algier on this team. Have I watched the SEC football doc? No. I have not watched a television program other than falling asleep watching an old episode of the X-Files in like months. Too busy grinding, brother. Just looked it up. Players need to play a minimum of 6 games to have the season count towards the pension stuff in the CBA. Rice plays weeks 1 to 4, then maybe they can suspend him for 12 weeks and play the final 2. I would be absolutely stunned if he got a 12-week suspension. That seems out of bounds to me. But again, I'm not a legal expert. Thoughts on John Mateer? Definitely not gambling. Well, you said it yourself. John Mateer has never gambled. John Mateer has never broken a law. John Mateer is a fine, good, and courageous, upstanding citizen. And I would appreciate you being kind to him. So the arbitrator was actually more lenient than what the NFL wanted in Watson's case. Now that sounds familiar to me. Doesn't that sound about right? That when Pepper Tony, you just typing that did just shake loose that from my memory. That the NFL wanted 14 games. Yes, exactly. My inside jokes on Venmo transactions always reference a certain game the day after it happens. Thank you, Adam. Very common amongst friends to do this. I grew up rooting for the University of Oklahoma, and I only went to Kansas State because they gave me more money to attend there. I'm happy to see Kansas State do well, though. Are we woke to the National Football League wanting to make sure Rashee is actually healthy before letting the Chiefs get off the hook, suspending him during what would have otherwise been a rehab period? Yeah, key thing you're forgetting here, Easy, is the NFL is in the pocket of Kansas City. It's an easy mistake to make. Easy mistake to make. I understand. But the issue is that the NFL is always going to do what is best for Kansas City, and I would think that you'd be hip to that. Exactly. Yes. Actually, Mahomes and the Hunt family actually own a good share. Draft next week, Ron Burgundy on DraftKings is DraftKings Best Ball Week, so there's going to be a bunch of tickets and things. Yeah, Taylor Swift makes one phone call, and Rice is going to get 2 games. Exactly. Kansas City is such a massive market. Big Midwest controls the NFL. Say less, bro. This is getting to a spot, by the way, where I'm Hollywood at this price is quite good. 14th round Hollywood Brown, I will do. Let's do. What do we want to do? We want to do. I cannot take another Guerrero. We'll do a Rico Dowdle. That's a correlation there. Wow, SC Magic Johnson with the 49.99 super sticker. Does the SC stand for ship chasing? Sadly, Mr. Magic Johnson, I have already maxed the Husky. What? Wait, is there a new one? Do we have more in the lobby? I know I saw Hope tweeting about new contests. MMG League is about to fill. Husky 2, no. Great Dane, Puppy 3. The Flock contest, dude. Yeah, there we go. You're the man. Thank you, sir. Oh, boy. How many, okay, let's go check. How many slow drafts am I in now that I just did all those? What is it? Entry? Yes, entry. 316 slow drafts. Totally manageable, Davis. Yeah, what a day. Good luck with your diagnosis, Magic. We're having a good time on the internet. No, is it remaining? Entry works too, right? Remaining is how many is on the clock. Yeah, I'm on the clock in 7. Entry is 316 is total. 316, baby. That means we are gonna zoom past 1,000. I'm already in. I'm already done. I'm past 1,000. I got to 798 last year. Yeah, dude, everything's fine. I've got it totally under control. I don't know why anyone. Davis 316. I don't know why anyone would be sweating it. Everything's totally fine. You know, it's nice. It's nice and easy here, boys. Slow drafts are whack. Prove me wrong. Yeah, if I was just a normal guy living a normal life and best ball was not my job, I probably would not do slow drafts. Honestly, I probably would do literally anything else. I'd probably only do about, if I was working at State Farm, I'd probably do 300 drafts a year. That's my guess. If I was a State Farm employee, I think I'd do 300 drafts, and I think I would love fantasy football. If you don't bink a big prize next summer, do you see yourself doing content again like this? I mean, basically, there's no way I'm able to work this much next summer because I'm going to be a father next summer. So I'm just not going to have 15 hours a day to do fantasy football content. All right, I'm going to take Jalen Coker for the stack here. And if Gesicki's available, I might take him. Oh, there you go. Gesicki goes. Jalen Coker. You know what? I'm going to take Taj Brooks. I've mentioned this several times on the stream, but I do have this working theory that I am pretty sure is correct, which is that passing offenses are better when the starting running back gets injured. Yo, the guy who has a pick of him ignoring Kitchen's kid is going to be dead. Dude, I was like 18. I'm a regular dude, and I'll be at about 200 contests and a bit under 1,000. Exactly, man. That's a normal dude. Slow drafts are for working people. Okay. What kind of baby do you want? Just a healthy one. 10 fingers, 10 toes. November, Justin. Babies sleep a lot. Year 1. You got one last ride. All right, so we got honest to God, I do not know if I can do this summer again. I think that probably, honestly, Peter has it right, dude. What Karain and I do is unconscionable. Karain and I doing 2,000 teams in an off season is like, dude, what is the point? Like, what are you hoping to accomplish? Wow, a wild Christian Watson pick appears. Yeah, gotta play to win. I guess that's true. But like, truly, and I guess Karain has already what is driving Karain? That's a good question. What do you think drives Karain? Because Karain has already climbed to the top of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? As a teacher on summer break, I love that you stream during the day. Thank you. Yeah, I think honestly, Karain is just pure love of the game. Honestly, it is. It's really for the love of the game. There is more than one mountain. Yeah, it's the love of the game. Pat is not employed by Underdog. Winning a contest doesn't lessen the desire to draft. I don't know. I gotta be honest, man. There's a 100% chance that if I won one of these contests, I would have less of a desire to draft. Peter sits the big board out, and you stream the first draft while Jaden Daniels takes the field. Who's to say whose approach is better? Ollie Gordon, dude. No, I will not be in Las Vegas. I think, Andrew, you answered your own question. How serious is the Jaden Reed walking boot? I think you answered your own question there, brother. All right, final team: Joe Burrow, Bryce Young, Jonathan Taylor, Trevion Henderson, Travis Etienne Jr., Tyler Algier, Rico Dowdle, Taj Brooks, Ollie Gordon, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, Jerry Jeudy, Christian Kirk, Hollywood Brown, Jalen Coker, Mark Andrews, and Colston Loveland. Fire-ass team. Everyone, thanks for hanging out. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily fantasy football videos. And I'll be back with all of you guys